Boom. And we are live. What is up, people? It is
What is going on?
We got Mex over there. We got Biscuit down there. And we're going to be talking about some internet shit today.
I mean, you know, it's one of them news weeks, right?
Yeah, it's been crazy.
This week, you're either taking down a statue or getting Me Too'd.
Yeah. One of the two.
Or getting permabanned.
From Twitch, yeah.
For no reason, just getting fucking removed.
Yo,
fucking ninjas.
What is up, Zero? What's up, Siphon? Welcome to the stream.
What's up?
So we're gonna start with the Angry Joe because I think that's one of the things that we really want to talk about. We have.
It's my favorite. Not my favorite in terms of what happened, but definitely the most juicy,
interesting,
spicy as well. Yeah,
spicy. Yeah. Yes.
All right, so
go ahead, Biscuit. Take the floor.
When was this? This was it was at the beginning of the week. I think. When did she post it? June 20th. There we go. All right, good. There's a date on the Medium archive. So that's exactly 1 week ago from today. So this happened. This was posted after our stream.
Yes.
Okay. She posted this thing in the middle of the night. This girl decided to come out in the middle of the night with allegations against Angry Joe. You don't know Angry Joe. He's a YouTuber who's been reviewing video games since the beginning of time. He used to be on That Guy with the Glasses. He was in charge of Blister Thumbs. I think he was the one who started it. But he's one of the old guard of YouTube. He's been around for a very, very long time.
Yeah.
And for the record, I do not like him. I think a lot of his opinions are dumb. Even not only in his video game reviews, but every time he decides to talk about politics too, I think he says a lot of stupid shit. Yeah. But I also disagree with a lot of his video game reviews too. But so for the record, you know, I don't like him that much. I used to watch his content all the time.
I think he shat on The Last of Us 2 though, which for that I'm proud of him.
Yeah, but he's not.
That's an easy call.
If you're not, everybody. Whether you like it or not, it's the cool thing to do right now.
Yeah. Speaking of Last of Us 2, just before we divulge more into this the Angry Joe story, did anybody, either of you, see like PewDiePie's reactions to the main parts of The Last of Us?
No. Oh yeah.
Oh my God, he hates it just as much. Well, he says he doesn't hate it, but he said he would not play it again, and it subverted everybody's expectations.
He was about to close the game out when Joel did the thing.
Yep.
Or the thing did to Joel. Yeah.
Yep.
He's like, I don't even want to play anymore. Like, what the fuck?
Yep.
And then he got to the end and he was mad just like everybody else.
Exactly.
It's like, but no, we're just sexist or whatever.
And then also, Siphon, thank you for our quality. We might be new to this podcast thing, but me and Biscuit and Max kind of have all been doing the streaming stuff for a little while, so we kind of have it under what we got going.
That number one. Number two, we just want to have fun. We just want to talk about some shit and have fun.
I'm just a side hoe. They set up everything up. I'm just here.
Exactly.
We love you, man. The Mexican man wearing the Argentina jersey. We love you.
Yep.
Yeah. You know,
at least I'm wearing the colors of my people.
Fine. 1 second.
he's leaving.
He's gonna go get his Mexico jersey.
Yep. He's got one, definitely, 100%. But continue on that Angry Joe thing.
Hi, Danny. No. I wanted to come back because I wanted to hear the story too. So. How you doing, Danny? Mex is running off to the side, getting his Mexico jersey right now. It's so fucking.
And
hot,
guys,
man.
Deej didn't forget to turn it to low latency this time, so
Nice.
we can read your chats pretty much like on point. Now.
Well, I'm reading them as I see them on my end. So.
Well, yeah.
There we go. Better.
Yes,
Better.
Yes. All right. So getting back to the Angry Joe thing, like I said, he's a video game reviewer. He's been around a long time, and she did this. She posted this thing, which was an article on Medium, in the middle of the night. And the funny thing is, she did it at a time when it almost felt like it was organized, because girls all over the internet were coming against streamers and YouTubers of all sizes.
Yeah,
right?
it's crazy.
It's almost as if it was coordinated. You can call me crazy,
yeah.
A conspiracy theorist, all that, but why do they all come out within that same 2-day period? This guy did this, that guy, like, why?
Yeah.
You might say that, oh well, girls don't feel comfortable coming out to someone else does. All right, maybe, but still, it was a lot of information came out on the internet like at one time, right? So yeah. I really wanted to go through this with you guys and read this story because I want to know what people think about her allegations and her story, because I didn't want to just paraphrase it, because it is long, and I'm going to stop in between and I'm going to we'll talk about it.
Oh yeah.
But I want when I talk about the story, I want people to hear it in its entirety and see what they think, because I explained this whole thing to my mother, a woman, and she was like, nothing happened.
Yeah.
What? Yeah.
Exactly.
All right.
Yeah.
What's going on here?
Yeah. My girlfriend too. All right.
How much coke do you do? None of us are on drugs. I promise.
I'm sorry. Speak for yourself. I drink at least 1 liter a day.
Yeah. The only drug I'm addicted to is caffeine.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, dude. Speaking of caffeine, I accidentally got 2 extra shots of espresso when I went to Starbucks.
You just called it espresso? We're not friends anymore. You just slapped the face of all my people.
He just said espresso. It's
whatever,
espresso,
dude.
Bro.
I'm tired.
There's no X in espresso, my
Espresso. Sorry.
All right.
Sue me later.
Yo, he's a Mexican who can't roll his R's. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. What comedian was it? There was a comedian where he was talking about when he's hanging out with his Mexican friends, right? Mm-hmm. And it's like every time I tell him, like, yo, I'm gonna go to Taco Bell or whatever, I'm going to go get a burrito, right? And his Mexican friends always stop him and go, hey. It's burrito. Danny, you want to hear the story? All right, let's go.
All right.
So my interaction with Angry Joe. This is what's her name? Wookie Monster. For the record, she has since removed the story. I'm looking at an archive. If anybody wants it, let me know. I will send it to you. She put it. She didn't archive it. Somebody else archived it. She has since also gone on Twitter saying, "I'm taking a step away from social media," which probably is all the information you need.
Yeah.
But still, she felt the need to come out with this, and I feel like none of us should forget it. So, here we go.
Yeah.
My interaction with Angry Joe. I've been holding exactly who this was in for over 2 years now. But after seeing other women come forward about other streamers, like I said, everybody was doing it, I decided to come forward about the day/night of April 7th, 2018 at PAX East. PAX East was my first event I was able to go to as a Twitch partner, and I was ecstatic. I have never been and was utterly overwhelmed. I was meeting so many cool streamers and people who watch my stream that I really felt so welcome! Exclamation point. I eventually went to the Twitch partner party on the night of April 6th. Can I just say, these Twitch parties and these YouTube parties that they do at these type of conventions kind of make me feel like they've created a diet Hollywood. I said this on Twitter too, where it's like people, instead of using these conventions and events to just go out, maybe meet up with some other streamers or people or people who watch you or whatever. They use it as like a networking thing. Which I mean, you can't really hate people to do anyway. If this is the kind
I
of
mean,
thing,
you got to think of it like a business as well now, to where whenever they get to that point where they're so big, where they got to start trying to network and make sure they're keeping money and revenue coming in, and always keeping viewer retention and things like that.
Yeah.
So
yeah. So it makes sense. I don't know. It's just something I noticed. It feels like a lot like Hollywood these days.
Yeah.
But so
turning more into it.
Yeah. I eventually went to the Twitch partner party on the night of April 6, 2018, and brought along a friend I will call Alan. That's clearly not his real name. It felt nice having a friend I knew at a huge party like that, where we eventually met Markiplier. Woo! But then eventually I started reaching out and randomly introducing myself to streamers and YouTubers. I figured if that didn't want to talk to me, I know. I figured that if they didn't want to talk to me, I know and leave them alone. Okay. As the night went on, I met a large group of YouTubers, some with millions of subs. I was drinking, but still very coherent at this time. This is when I met Joe, Angry Joe. He asked if I was a guest, and I said I was a smaller partner, but I brought my friend. He said cool and asked to follow me, and I followed him back and was in awe because he was a larger YouTuber. Now, before we go any further, I feel like this is highly poisoning the well, because when you a lot of the times when you hear these allegations, the victim always tries to paint themselves as naive and stupid as they possibly can to be like, look, he took advantage of me, right? Like there's a story that I always reference, one of the Jew warrior stories, which I really don't like to dig up because the man killed himself. But one of the stories was that she was, when she met him at this convention, she was already of age. She was 18, and she agreed to go back to his hotel room, even though she knew he was married and all these things. And she was like, he groomed me to have sex with him. No. If he asks you to have sex and you say yes, that's not grooming. You know what I mean? But before she got to that point, she went on and on and on about how, I was in awe and this guy was famous and, kind of like what I'm reading here, right?
Yeah, exactly. And
that's why I don't like, that's poisoning the well. That's trying to make you feel bad in advance, I feel like.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So where was I?
I'll continue. Okay, Alan and I eventually went back to our Airbnb that we split after I turned down an after party from a friend because I had one too many Long Islands. I did, however, DM everyone I met, thanking them and saying I was glad to meet them. Joe ended up replying as seen below. She posted a picture, so we'll go to that after, and invited me to his panel. I said sure and was clearly oblivious to to what the rest of his message meant, but wanted to believe he had no ill intentions.
Again,
oblivious.
Yeah, making herself seem like she was starstruck, right? And she was just doing whatever he said because he's famous, and he took advantage of that. That's what she's trying to push.
Right.
So then the DMs are here. Because everything is about leaking DMs now, private messages.
But I mean, it's good to have receipts. So.
Yeah. So, she said, "Hey Joe, I'm so glad to have met you. I was Ashley, the crazy lady dressed to impress." So first off, she's already kind of flirting there. If I'm being honest.
Yeah, I agree with that too. That's what I thought too.
I'll definitely try to stop by your panel tomorrow, and I hope we can meet up again. Maybe with less alcohol and more time to talk involved. Again, flirting.
That's like asking. Let's hang out together.
You're asking for a date, right? Like, I want to get to know you. That's what that sounds like. Okay.
Yes.
And then Joe responds, "Of course, Ashley, you were such a cutie." Fucking too many letters in that word.
Yeah.
In your 80s gear. I love that theming. Just got in myself, so heading to bed only just now. And Def, see you at the panel, which I haven't prepared for at all and will most likely be a complete disaster. But maybe you can cheer me up after if it sucks balls. Smiley face. So that is like clear indication.
They're flirting with each other.
Definitely of him flirting.
Put yourself in Angry Joe's shoes during these DMs, right? When she sends you that message and then he was like, you know what, I'm going to flirt back. And see what she says. Does that seem reasonable?
And he was a single guy at the time, I assume, right?
Yes, he was single. Yeah, he wasn't cheating on nobody. He was single.
Yeah, so
he's
like,
you know what? He was like, according to that message, it sounds like she likes him, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So he's like, you know what? I'm gonna flirt back and see what happens. Maybe she wants to go drink afterwards or go back to my hotel or something, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead, continue.
And then she said, for sure, but I guarantee it won't at all. About, I guess, saying that it's not gonna suck. Yeah. And then he says after that, "Hey Ashley, you want to grab dinner with me and some people from YouTube after the panel?" And she said, "For sure. Starts at 5, right? I'll be heading over soon to snag a seat." So he invites her to dinner, and in my opinion, when a man who has been flirting with a girl asks a girl to go to dinner, that's a date. You don't have to say, "Hey, do you want to go on a date?" You let's go to dinner together.
That's what I'm saying. Nobody says, "Would you like to accompany me on an outing designed to build a relationship?" Nobody says that, right?
No.
They flirted back and forth. Whether she even, let's give her the benefit of that. she didn't realize what she was saying was flirting, let's say, right?
Yeah.
He flirted back, and she was like, "Yeah, I'll come to your panel." And then he was like, "You want to go to dinner with me afterwards?" And again, yes, I do.
Yeah.
So not once has she given any indication that she is not interested in him in a relationship at all. When they were clear that she's leading it on, honestly.
Yep. Yeah. Or at the very least, mixed signals.
Yeah, exactly. So, and then after that, we get some more of her, I don't know the word for it, her story. She says, the next day, after walking around, I get a message from him inviting me to dinner with people from YouTube. Again, I assumed nothing of it and thought it would just be people I met the night before. So again, she's playing kind of dumb there, right?
Yep. Yeah.
So I agreed. I bring Alan with me, so she takes her friend with her, so she's not alone.
Can I just say really quick, I don't mean to interrupt you, but the way she's building up the events that happened, right? When I was reading it, I clicked on it as soon as, because it was being retweeted everywhere that night. Because it was the middle of the night and everybody was talking about it. So I clicked on it and I was expecting this to end up with some crazy fucking Joe drags me into some room and 12 guys gang rape me or something, right? Like, and it never, nothing happens. It never happens. Go ahead,
also, with what the chat said, it's not a jewel. It is actually a smock Nord. So pretty good. I recommend those over jewels.
Is it called smock? I always call it smoke because it's got like, doesn't it have a line over the O or something? I don't know.
No, it doesn't. So it's smock.
Okay.
Continuing on. We sat through his panel even though we both didn't watch Angry Joe. After the Q&A, Alan and I stick around and I wanted to ask if Alan could come. Instead, Joe grabs me and says, "We have to go." And he took me away from Alan. I looked back just to see Alan staring at what just happened at PAX East security is leading us backstage and through this corridor. So let me also say, stop there.
Yeah.
But so she's saying that he just grabbed her and said, "We need to go," and took her, right?
Yeah.
But here's another thing. In Angry Joe's response, because I'm going to go ahead and allude to that a little bit. He said that her friend, who she's referring to as Alan, was with her the entire time, even up to the hotel room.
Okay.
That's what he said. So
you mean when he released his response later on?
Like exactly. Okay. Yeah. So he said, because I read through that, and he said that friend was with. I watched his video on it actually. I didn't watch his video response.
Honestly, once I read this, I was like, "That's it. He's innocent." But go ahead.
But yeah, so he said that friend was with them the whole time. So let's just keep that in mind. That's his side of the story. So we don't know.
According to Joe, they never separated.
Exactly. So we don't know 100% if she's telling the truth or anything there.
But here's the thing. Again, I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt. Let's say she's telling the truth, right?
Yeah.
He pulls her away from her friend and through security to separate them.
Yeah.
If right at that very moment, at that specific juncture, a flag should go off in her brain.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She's bringing her friend everywhere.
Yep.
She needs to stop and say, "He comes with me or I bounce." That's it.
Yeah.
There is no excuse for not
Exactly.
trying.
Exactly.
At least if you said, "I tried," and he kept pulling you, that's a different story. But you have to at least say, "I'm with him. I'm not leaving my friend."
Yeah, Dan, don't worry. The story gets a little bit more juicy.
If I was Alan now, I'd be pissed the fuck off.
Yeah.
That she just ditched me. Like, because now I'd be in the mindset, oh, she just ditched me so she could go suck some dick.
Yep.
Like without even alerting me. At least if the night started where like, at least with bros, I've never been that kind of a bro with a girl. But at least with bros, when the night starts, one guy will say to the other, "Listen, we might have to separate at some point because I'm trying to get late." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if that's the intent, and she never even tells him, and she just disappears with some guy, I would be pissed off if I was her.
Yeah, exactly.
So, go ahead.
So Joe looks at me and says, "I can't believe you came," and just smiled. And I said, "Yeah, of course, you asked me to." He then begins to brag that he can only really travel this way around PAX East or he'd get swarmed. I just laugh and say, "Yeah, I guess that's what happens when with people like you." Security eventually.
Like you.
Wait, what were you gonna say?
I guess that's what happens when people like you, not when.
But no, I was just that sounds incorrect. That's why I said with.
No, because she's like, people like you, so that's why you.
Oh, when people like you, got you. I'm dumb.
Yeah.
Security eventually leads us to a back door, and we end up outside. He attempts to
see what I mean when I say it's like Hollywood?
Yeah, right. He attempts to flag a cab down, but people recognize him and take pictures. He smiles and does it, and then we get in the cab. He complains the entire time how it smells, and how he usually only travels with Uber Black or with cars YouTube sends for him. I just nod my head because again, I'm just a small streamer who barely had money to come in the first place and felt like I was about to blow my entire food budget on one meal to eat with these YouTubers. Again, she's acting kind of starstruck and like, I'm so much smaller than these people and they use their position above me.
Well, it's just woe is me. I'm not comparable to you.
Yeah, I know they always say, the power dynamic, right? where it's like she's just going along with this because he's a big, powerful man or whatever. And I'm just saying, like, if I was me and it was a big, popular YouTuber that was a woman, I'd probably be following her around like a puppy dog too if I knew she was going to start introducing me to other famous people. That if she was going to start getting my name in other people's mouths, like, I would definitely follow her around that event.
Yeah,
like, call me crazy.
Danny, flirting doesn't put somebody at fault for any kind of like sexual assault, of course. But you need to hear the rest of the story before we come to any
Flirting shouldn't make her at fault, though. You can't blame anyone for that. No.
Yeah.
They're both adults. I agree with you on that, Danny. Well, like I said, when you hear every event of the story, like nothing happens. That's what we're trying to say. Nothing.
So
happens.
Joe begins to freak out, and I asked him what's wrong. He started to say that he lost his phone and was afraid a fan had it, and I couldn't believe it. He asked for my phone and called his phone. It ended up being in his pocket. He laughed, said, "Oh geez," then just plucked away at his phone. I didn't think of anything of it, but I realized he now had my number. So
I've had girls do that to me before. I don't know if anybody else has ever had that situation happen to them.
I have not.
I've had a girl do that to me where
I'm very direct. I'm just like, yo, let me get your number.
Well, a girl, it's happened several times. Well, she'll be like, "Oh shit, I can't find my phone, and I gotta call this person. Can I use that really quick, or can I use your phone to call my phone?" And then when she gives you the phone back, she's like, "Well, I guess you have my number now."
Yeah,
that's the way. That's a type of flirting.
Yeah, exactly.
So I've had that. And I'm not saying I would do that to a girl because I feel like it's a girl thing to do.
Yeah,
but that's what he did.
Exactly. Yeah, usually the girl gives you her number, not the guy giving you his number. Like if you're flirting and then you're like, "Here's my number," that's kind of weird. Versus like, "Hey, can I get your number?" You know?
Yeah.
So and then let's continue on. Instead of a restaurant, we ended up in front of his hotel. He says it's fine and would only be a moment. So I get out and walk inside. We walk to the hallway and I stay there
She calls him Little Joe. She means other Joe. She means other Joe.
Yeah, she means other Joe.
Yeah.
But Little Joe and Joe himself invites me in to sit down so I'm not standing in the hallway myself. So I do. Again, I'm assuming he doesn't have any bad intentions and didn't want to be that person that says, "Hey, are you?" And I didn't want to be that person who tries to say, "Hey, are you trying to sleep with me? I have a boyfriend," when he was just being nice. So
you have a boyfriend.
You make that clear as soon as he starts flirting with you, my guy. Like what?
You have a boyfriend and you're entering the hotel room of another man. No. Right there is a line.
Now let's keep in mind, Joe and other Joe were both in that hotel room, so it wasn't just her and Joe. You know?
Yeah. Maybe they were trying to run a train.
Yeah, yeah, maybe that's possible.
The point is, if you're romantically involved with somebody, you make that clear right at the beginning of the night. Say, "I'm not going to no hotel rooms. Yep. I just want to let you know this is a friendly thing." That's what you're supposed to do. You don't.
Okay, I guess if the boyfriend was even, if my question is, why would she bring Alan if she has a boyfriend she could bring?
That's another thing too.
Why does she bring a random friend than her boyfriend?
We'll get to that because
it could also be that her boyfriend didn't want to go or something like that.
Yeah, that's true.
But she mentions boyfriend at one point.
Yeah.
We'll,
so I'm just standing there. He ends up taking a shower and asking me to join him. I laugh and say, "You're funny," and he replied along the lines of saying he knew and the offer was on the table if I decided he wasn't joking. I stay standing and keep pacing. He eventually comes out dressed, but invited me to sit next to him. I'm like, okay. So I sit at the foot of the bed, and he keeps asking if I'm nervous, and I said yes. I thought we were going to leave, and it is a bit weird. He says, "There's nothing weird. I'm just waiting until they get the table to put me at ease." He starts asking me about how I started streaming and just small talk, and then shows me pictures of his car and other things. But he does so in a way where I have to get close enough that I'm pretty much next to him on the bed. He then said, "Say cheese," and snapped a picture of me next to him on the bed. I laughed nervously, but asked if we could go. He said, "Yup," and got up, called Little Joe to tell him we were leaving, and went downstairs and got in the cab.
Why does she call him Little Joe?
I don't know.
So, I feel like she low key saw his dick and it's really tiny.
So let's just go through this a little bit because this is her coming out trying to like me too him, right?
Right.
Joe is in there. He invites her into the shower, obviously very flirty, right? And it's obvious that if this story went down the way she said it did, it's obvious that Joe did want to have some kind of relationship.
He wanted to sleep with her.
He wanted to bang.
100%, right? So it's very obvious that's what happened. But in no way did he ever disrespect her in any way because she was sitting there and he came out fully dressed. He didn't come out naked or anything like that.
He asked her for. Let's assume she's telling the truth and this is exactly how it went down.
It's not illegal to ask somebody to have sex.
No. The way it looks to me is he was like, "You know what? I'm gonna see if I can get laid before dinner. If not, I have to take a shower anyway." Right?
Yep.
For
So
real.
let me just. If it doesn't work, I take a shower and we go eat.
Yeah.
It's not a crime to hey maybe like
People were saying this when they were sharing it around on Twitter that night. It's like, yo, I guess flirting is just dead now.
yeah.
You're not allowed to flirt because that's assault or whatever. It's like it's not like, again, at this point in the story you would expect that she would say, well, he came out of the bathroom and his dick was just swinging in the air and he's like,
Yeah.
you ain't gonna suck itself, right?
Yeah.
And he didn't do any of that. He just came out with his
man.
clothes on.
Yeah. So continuing on. I'm in this cab, and he's telling me how I like this place. At this point, I don't care how much it costs or where it is. I'm just glad someone else will be there. So now she's saying that she's concerned about what's happening, right?
Yeah.
So
Then-
at this
then
point,
leave.
why are you not bailing?
Leave.
Yeah. Again. Yeah.
Say, oh, I want to get out here and just leave. Like,
Yep.
Yeah, or be like, you could pull up some bullshit. Oh, my boyfriend's calling me. I need to take this. I need to go somewhere. Right? There's a family emergency. Right?
there's
So-
100 things you could do to get out of that situation that you're uncomfortable with.
Yeah.
It's like.
and now if you say I gotta
no.
go, and then Joe says no, then you're having a
That's a
problem.
problem.
Yeah,
That's
never
a
has to
problem.
leave.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
let's,
If he
let's
tries
continue.
to stop you from leaving, that's when you call the police.
See, what pisses me off about that is then people use the power dynamic. She was too afraid, saying no. There needs to be a level of personal responsibility
Yeah.
where you try to get out of the situation. You
'Cause
do
if-
something that gets you out.
If you're
Any
just
form
saying
of resistance,
yes,
please.
yes to everything.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you're agreeing. So, let's continue on. I bring out my phone and Joe tells me to put it away and enjoy the time with him. So I do. Assuming that he finds it rude, so I try to respect that. We finally get to this restaurant and Joe starts telling me how expensive it is and how hard it is to get a table. I'm a bit nervous again because I didn't have much money, but I keep that to myself because I agreed to come and I'm not going to expect anyone to pay for my food. As we were walking inside, Joe turns to me and said, I have to tell them you're my girl. And I look at him like I didn't understand because I assumed we were just meeting YouTubers, and he repeats it and just said, go along with it, then dragged me in. So he's saying now, according to her, he said this didn't happen. But he's saying now that he's referring to her as his girl, right? Which is obviously
His girlfriend,
relationship,
or something like that.
a relationship
Yeah.
kind of thing. So I want to know if there's anybody that was at that meeting that can correlate that, right?
Corroborate.
Yeah.
Corroborate.
Corroborate. Yeah.
I always get those two words mixed up. But yeah, if there's anybody there that can corroborate that story and say, yeah, Joe came in with her and was referring to her as my girl or as his girl, right?
Yeah.
Are
So-
any of the other people there named?
I don't believe so. No,
No.
except maybe other Joe, but aside from that, I don't think at all.
All right, Biscuit,
But let's say you want me to keep reading?
you continue
All right.
reading it.
Before I continue, let's say that she's telling the truth again, right? And this is what he did. He was like, "Listen, I just gotta tell you my girl," right? Again, it sounds to me like and I could be misreading this. It sounds like it was a private event and they weren't gonna let randos they didn't know in,
Yep.
right? Like it was a YouTube paid event or somebody that wasn't Joe was paying for that dinner,
Yeah.
like an organization. So he was saying, "Well, this is my girlfriend," just to get her in so she can meet everybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I could be wrong. I could be misreading it, but that's what it looks like. Again, I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt on every fucking turn in this story.
Yeah.
All right, so once inside, he starts shaking people's hands, and I don't recognize anyone in caps. He introduces me as his girl and doesn't mention my name once. I sit down and try to see if maybe I can remember who they were, but I can't. Joe starts talking about YouTube and his account. I quickly realize he's talking to somebody who manages the account. So he was at YouTube Big Shots.
Yeah.
So which that lends to my theory that it was a YouTube paid event,
Yep.
right? It was like, listen, we're gonna pay for dinner so we can talk about some things, business
Yep.
things. Yeah. And everyone else at the table are executives or people who specifically deal with Angry Joe.
So big
absolutely-
people.
Yeah, Big Shots.
Yeah.
I had absolutely no business being at this lunch. I stare at my plate the whole time and only look up when Joe feels the need to include me in a conversation or to nudge me. I attempt to contact Alan or my boyfriend, but Joe pushed my phone away and said it's rude to do that. Okay, so if again, it seems like what's being put together here is if it's true,
Yeah.
is that he wanted to impress this girl.
Yeah, for real.
He realized that according to those DMs, she was kind of flirty, right?
Yep.
So he figured he started impressing her with his big shotness at YouTube. And
Yep.
like,
Showing
look at all
her,
these,
showing her cars, the pictures of his car,
Right.
and all that stuff.
and then
Taking
look
her
at
to
all
his
these-
nice hotel room, taking her to
Look at all
this
these
fancy
fan-
dinner with these famous executives.
Exactly. Look at all these
Yeah.
important suits we're gonna go meet, right?
Yep.
So that's what it sounds like he's trying to do. And if he pushed her phone away, that might that's one red flag to me. If that's true,
Yeah.
he shouldn't do that. But at that point, like again, This is another time for her to go, no, that's mine. I'm calling, somebody texted me or something.
Yeah,
right?
for real.
So that's another time where she could have said something, and she didn't.
Exactly.
So she goes on to say, he pushed my phone away and said, it's rude to do that. So I put it away so he wouldn't get mad. That was your choice. If you were really nervous, you pull it out and you say, no, I got to call. Or you get up from the table and say, I need to be excused.
If you feel like, if you're like in an unsafe situation, the guy who is making you feel unsafe, his feelings should be the least of your concerns. Why are you concerned if he's going to be mad if you feel uncomfortable?
Yeah, exactly. Eventually, one of the execs asked me what my YouTube channel was and asked for my business card. I told him I don't have a business card and I don't really do YouTube. He said I should start, and when I do, to let him know. She just made an amazing connection with somebody.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If that's true.
Yep.
So he already did her a huge favor, because if she does start a YouTube channel, she's got this motherfucker's number now.
Yeah.
And he could probably...
Who works on already a big, giant channel of Angry Joe, right?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Can I get this guy's number?
For real, like, I want it. I was asked for my business card. I told him I don't have a business card and don't really let him know. He hands me his business card. So again, she has his phone number now.
Yep.
Eventually, Joe gets up and says he has a party he has to go to. He motions for me to get up, and the executives all stand up and tell Joe bye and wave goodbye to me. So that was clearly a business meeting that he just snuck her into.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And she got free food and all that stuff.
And she got some promotion, like some connections with people who were high up in the YouTube thing. Yeah.
So what it feels like to me is she was trying to use this as an opportunity to network, which again, we covered this before, is a pretty acceptable thing to do given the circumstances.
So far, what's happened in the story, she flirted with Angry Joe. Angry Joe flirted back. Angry Joe obviously tried to get laid before, if that's what happened at the shower. Yeah. He said that didn't happen, but that's stuff that we'll never know, right?
Yeah.
So, that all she has done, and then she gets an executive's card, right? So all she has done is benefit from this. She goes out, she goes to a nice dinner, she gets to hang out with a famous YouTuber. All that happened was he flirted with her, and she flirted back, and then you're mad about it. Like, I don't understand exactly where she's coming from with that.
Yep. Let me finish this paragraph, and then I want to look at the chat right quick. He motioned me to get up. The executives waved goodbye. Joe then turned to me and said, wasn't that nice? And then we get into a cab, and that little Joe, why do you keep calling him little Joe? Other Joe is sitting in there, too. All right. That's the end of that paragraph.
Okay.
I want to check out chat really quick. Danny, is a woman finding herself in an uncomfortable situation and not feeling strong enough to reject someone, and now she's sharing to process it? It's all she said, he said, so we can't know. Well, here's like I said, here's the thing. She removed that post. We're reading off an archive. Yes. She removed that post. She's stepping away from social media.
Yep.
So that's like a million points against her, if you ask me. Joe's not the villain. She wasn't communicating clearly her concerns. Thank you, Danny. That's all I'm saying. She was clearly uncomfortable. I'm saying this. Every part of this story is true. That's what I'm saying. Every part of the story is true, and she would not try and protect herself. Is what I'm saying. Zero. I agree with Biscuit that it was likely a sponsored dinner event. Cool. I'm not alone with that one.
By the way, has anyone considered that phones were forbidden in this particular event? I'm not siding with him or her. That is something that's possible, especially with high executives, if they're talking business stuff.
That's what I was going to say. If it was a business meeting, and it was a business meeting for him and his YouTube channel.
Yeah. They don't want you recording or taking pictures or anything.
Yeah, she's supposed to be his girlfriend. She's got to act a little bit professional. So I can understand why. But at the same time, I wouldn't have invited her to that. I'd be like, listen, I'll meet you at this time after that meeting. So I wouldn't have even brought her to that.
Yeah, Angry Joe just should have invited her at all to that dinner. That
was a bad idea. She should have. Yeah. Let's see. Hindsight is 2020. She probably would have done the night differently. It's quite possible she wasn't thinking logically to take action and get herself out of the situation if she didn't want to be there. No, that's true too. Like I said, she was probably very, very starstruck. That's definitely what I get from all of it.
And then Dave Carr says, "State of you three morons." I don't know what you mean. So
yeah. Yo, what's up, Jimbo? Yo, we should mod Jimmy. So
I'm about to.
Yeah.
I just saw it.
Yeah.
There you go, Jimmy. You're the mod.
Yo, Dave, care to comment of why you think we're morons, please?
Yeah. Can you continue that? I would love to respond. Continue on with the story. I'm gonna go ahead and read some more. All right. When in the cab, when in the cab, Joe was talking about us going to Whiskey's for a party, and I finally think, thank God, because I remember Alan saying there was a huge party there. By this time, 5 hours have passed, and I haven't been able to use my phone once to tell Alan or my boyfriend I was okay. So first off, now her boyfriend, I know, like, unless I'm at work or something, or my girlfriend's at work, if you're on free time, like at PAX or something, and you don't text me or anything for 5 hours, that's a long time, right?
This is what I was saying. It was like and it goes on when you read on. It turns out to be something like over 8 hours until she talks to her boyfriend again. Here's what I'm saying: if my girlfriend doesn't text me for 8 hours, and then when she finally does, she tells me she was in the hotel room of another guy alone.
Oh yeah, yep.
We're done. That's it. I'm not even giving you a chance to apologize. You don't do that.
Yeah.
And you can call me an asshole for that opinion. I'm telling you now, homie, don't play that shit.
Exactly. So let's continue on. We finally get to Whiskey's, and I realize it's much smaller than what Alan had described. I said, "This is Whiskey's," and Joe replied, "Yep, there's 2 of them." My heart immediately sank, knowing that we weren't at the one where I could finally meet up with people I knew.
She walks in, and it's an eyes wide shut orgy. This is the other Whiskey's.
My heart, Joe whisked me inside, and everyone inside greets him and Little Joe. I hate that.
Where the fuck did she get Little Joe? I'm telling you, she had to have seen his people.
No. One's skinny and one's fat. So
that's true.
That's
probably. Other Joe's kind of like Jack.
Yeah, he's like buff. He's not like fat.
But anyway,
Joe then grabs my purse and phone and hands it to someone where I can't see it, and eventually I'm unable to find for several hours. So now you're saying like
red flag.
Several is
big
like
red
7,
flag.
8 hours now that she's not had her phone texted anybody, right?
Yep.
And you're not considering this a red flag.
Yeah.
Right.
There's another time. If he grabs your phone, you start yelling immediately. If he grabs your belongings and starts placing it somewhere, you say, "Give that back to me now." And you say it loud, because if he doesn't, you need other people to see, so that something bad doesn't happen to you.
Yeah.
So, and again, going towards what Dan said.
Is that better, Jim?
She was probably very nervous, right, and didn't know what to do. But when somebody starts touching your stuff and taking it away and hiding it, again, Joe claims that happened. But if that actually happened, this is the part where I call bullshit, because she should have at least said something. Or go to somebody else go walk up to the bar and be like, "Can I have a phone, please? I misplaced my phone." And then call your boyfriend and be like, "Yo, help me."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. And then now we have some text messages, I guess, that she had sent. Hey, good meeting you yesterday. Let's start with well, yeah, let's go ahead and read that, because I don't know what, it seems like a little weird that it's right here. Hey, good meeting you yesterday at Whiskey's. How was the rest of PAX? Also, I just saw your tweets about yesterday. I'm sorry to hear that's how it all went down, but I want you to know that while I can't speak for anyone else, I was with that night on any official level. Just be aware the guy you're talking about was acting weird toward me and about you. People in the industry saw it, and while we thought it was harmless at the time, seeing your tweets prompted us to have a discussion. The people I was with and the people I know will be keeping an eye on him, hopefully enough that it might prevent something like that from happening again.
So this is not Joe.
Yeah.
This is somebody else who apparently witnessed said behavior and said they didn't like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah. Exactly.
Again, if it's true, he definitely did some red flag things. If it's true, I'm not saying he didn't, but she also did nothing to help the situations either.
Wait. Okay. So wait 1 second. After they took her phone and purse, they just continue the night ends, or?
Well, no. There's more paragraphs. We're not done.
No. But like that night, is that night over or?
No, that night is not over. She just posted this. She posted this at that point in the story to be like, somebody contacted me the next day.
Oh, okay. I thought that's all that happened. I was like, I'm confused. What?
Yeah. Well, then she probably got roofied. Like the night just stops. The next thing I remember, I'm back home in my own state, in my own house.
All right, so we're going to continue on. Joe starts to introduce me to game developers and some of his close friends. I nod my head and say hi, hand out what cards I had. I thought she said she didn't have cards before.
Yeah, I don't know where the fuck that came from either. That's a flag to me. But
and do what I need to. This entire time, I'm unable to buy my own drinks, and Joe has had his hands around me or on me as much as he can. If I'm not glued to him, he had to find me and make it known to whatever male I spoke to that he didn't want them thinking anything other than I was going home with him. I drink some, but eventually hand my drinks off whenever Joe wasn't looking, and I would try to find my stuff when Joe would go to the bathroom. How many times did he go to the bathroom?
That, number one.
Yeah.
Number two, if you're actually worried that he's that he's doing something
you're in a public space.
Why are you drinking?
Yeah.
If he asks you for a drink, just be like, I want a seltzer or a ginger ale.
Yeah.
I don't want no liquor. Why are you drinking?
Yep.
This is another time when she could have saved herself.
Yeah.
Instead, I'm just going to get drunk with the guy I think wants to rape me.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, exactly. I eventually grabbed my phone and went outside. I sent a text to Alan asking him to help, then called my boyfriend. My boyfriend was clearly upset because I hadn't talked to him in 7 to 8 hours. I tell him what was happening and couldn't believe I was talking about the Angry Joe.
First of all, my conversation never would have got that far.
Yeah.
Because I would have been like, what the fuck happened to you? Where have you been? I was in some guy's room. Who? Angry Joe. We're broken up. You're single now. Go fuck Angry Joe.
Yeah.
Like, that's how that conversation would have went.
I tell him how weird he is being, but all of a sudden, Joe spun me around and started interrogating me about who I was talking to. I lie and say Alan. He starts getting angry and said, your boyfriend? And I lie and say no. Alan is drunk, so I called him because I can tell Joe is drunk and pissed. Joe then asked me what Alan's Twitter handle is to prove he is not only real, but is at PAX East. I tell him
who does that, first of all?
Yeah.
Like, I don't believe he's real. Give me his Twitter. I could just give you any Twitter and be like, I know that person.
Yeah, exactly. I tell him, he looks it up and says whatever and tells me to come inside while he turns away and walks in too. My boyfriend tells me to leave and I tell him my purse is still inside and I need money to get a cab. I go to walk inside and had 2 people I met before stop me along with Joe. Then we got some more text messages here, right? Yeah. It's from the same person that was messenger concerned before, right?
Right.
You're right that no one saw what actually went down, so I think that people are hesitant to take any sort of official position, but he sure got a yellow flag now for sure. I'm sorry it went south for you, and I'm glad you got out of there safe. By the way, this is top 4% Overwatch Matt, if you have no idea who this is coming from. Okay. She then says, hey, sorry, all these messages spammed at once, and thank you. It was pretty concerning for me that he would try to do that and say that to me, even though I told him I would give him all the business cards back, and he kept insisting I was trying to use his success when I'd never in a million years do that. Especially someone with an established reputation like this. All
right, hold on now. Now we gotta rewind.
Yes.
He claimed, according to her, he claimed she was using his success to network and build for herself, right? Mm-hmm. If you're not there to do that, you were there to date him.
Yep.
Those are the only 2 reasons why you would be there.
Yep.
You would not be following this guy around like a puppy if you didn't either want to date him or use him to network. And I'm not even saying that's a bad idea as long as he realizes, listen, this is not a romantic thing. I just want to hang out with you, right?
Yes.
That's fine. But those are your only 2 options. What other reason are you there for? Why would you say, yes, I want to come hang out with you?
So also, I just want to read some of these comments because I've seen one. Yeah. The guy on the top right, who is Max, looks like he's a discount version of that hardcore football player in your school PE class.
Bro, I'm 5'5". I couldn't play football if I wanted to.
He's like 125 soaking wet, this guy. Football player?
120 soaking wet.
They could be referring football as soccer. They could be.
Maybe. Okay. But usually that's spelled F-U-T.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, I couldn't play football if I wanted to. I'd die in a
Zero
second.
also says, I don't believe that she was so submissive that she allowed a man she never before met to take her phone without making a scene, but that is just me. And then we have the YouTube Police Department. Hello. We hope everybody is staying safe. Thank you, YouTube.
Siphon. So she does have business cards. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Her story doesn't make sense. Like, if she actually did have business cards, I don't know if she did or she didn't. If she did, I'm telling you right now, if I was there at that lunch meeting and the guy's like, let me get your card, I would have been like, here you go. Because that's fucking...
Yeah, why would you say, no, I don't have a business card to one of the executives, and then when you're at a party, oh yeah, here's cards. Now I have them.
That's the total opposite of what you're supposed to be doing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why I don't understand this fucking situation.
Yep.
What is she there for? I don't fucking get it.
Biscuit, do you want to continue reading?
Really quick, Siphon earlier said, at the same time, she said even if she was uncomfortable, she should have said, because if she did, none of this would happen. And then Peanut said agreed. That's what I'm saying. People always use the argument, I'm too scared.
Well,
I'm not saying you're not allowed to be scared.
He's saying none of this would have happened. But what happened?
Yeah.
Nothing's happened yet.
Well, he did. If the taking her purse thing is true, that's a fucked up thing.
Yeah, sure. But again,
that's very fucked up. Shit.
According to Angry Joe, Alan, right,
was always there
the entire time that all of this was happening.
Yeah.
So if he can get anybody to corroborate this story, then it disproves anything she says.
Where's Alan? Where's the Alan person we're speaking
Alan needs to come talk about this.
Exactly. Alan needs to come out.
Getting his best friend suit over there.
Yeah.
But like without that, her story just contradicts to me. Like I said, you all right? So you're not there to date him. All right, cool. You're there to network. Mm-hmm. Why are you then telling somebody you weren't there to network?
Yeah.
You're doing something.
Yeah.
When you DM'd him.
Yep.
And said, "What's up?"
Yeah.
Why did you DM him and then say, yes, I want to come hang out with you if it was for no reason?
Exactly.
I would not go anywhere near the motherfucker if that...
Yeah.
I don't get it. And then people wonder why Ninja won't stream with women.
Oh, yeah. No, Ninja's making the right move. Ninja's making the right fucking move there.
Has anybody ever Me Too'd him? No. You know why? Because he refuses to go anywhere near a girl.
You can't get Me Too'd if you never fucking hang out with any women other than your wife.
Exactly. His marriage is perfectly safe. All right.
Oh.
So we read the text, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Joe starts telling me it's not safe to go back in the Airbnb with Alan because Alan is drunk and he might rape me. The funny part about that is Angry Joe strikes me as the kind of guy who would say that because he's very SJW white knight type of guy. Yep. So I believe that he actually said that. You shouldn't go back with him. He's going to rape you. You should come back with me and agree to touch my pee-pee.
Because I'm being a good person.
So I say, no way, he's my friend, and I just want to make sure he gets inside okay. Joe starts to say, what kind of man needs help? If he can't handle his alcohol, he doesn't deserve to drink any. I have been known to say that on several occasions. The two people agree and repeat, I would be much better off staying with Joe. I repeat again, I need to get back and that friends check on other friends just like he's doing for me now. A lie, but I can tell he's furious. So she was trying to say that her and Joe are friends now, and Joe not wanting her to go back is him being a good friend. That's what she was trying to gear the conversation towards, even though it's a lie, just to calm him down or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. Eventually, the two people went inside, and Joe pulled me off to the side, out of sight from the bouncer. I call bullshit, but okay. Everyone at the bar pushed me against the wall. Everyone at the bar, no. Out of sight from the bouncer, that should be like out of sight of the bouncer and everyone at the bar? Yeah. Is that what she's supposed to do? And then he pushed me against the wall and asked me what my idea was. I replied, I had no idea what he meant, and he replied, you're no better than every other girl. I thought you were better than that. I look at him in shock, and he says, you're no better than every other girl who uses me to get contacts and to grow their platform. I immediately deny all of this and tell him I'll give every business card back. Give back? What?
I'll give every business card back and say exactly what I thought we were supposed to do.
What cards is she giving back?
So I guess the ones that she got from networking?
Oh, maybe. Yeah. You're right. And, you swap cards.
Yeah. So he shakes his head during the explanation and says, nope, you're just like them all, as if he's trying to make me feel bad for something I didn't do. He then said, after I do all this for you, you meet my friends, I take you to dinner that YouTube paid for. Yeah. Oh, so there we go. YouTube did pay for that dinner. So, yeah. I pay for everything, and you leave me hanging. The least you could do is come back with me. I immediately say I can't and have to go. Still doesn't say she has a boyfriend.
Yeah.
Not once to him. He then reminds me not to tell anyone because it would ruin his reputation and mine as well. Some people come outside and ask if we're okay, and I say yes and run inside to grab my purse.
All right, so we got more text messages. Again, that seemed kind of weird, but in Joe's defense, if this were true, I'd be kind of taking away the fact that if he took away her purse, he's a piece of shit and she needs to get away. But I would be pretty mad too if I'm in the situation where we're flirting and she's following me around all day, right? And she's agreeing to go to all these parties and all these events and stuff, right? And then all of a sudden she just wants to head for the hills. Like, I'd be kind of mad too.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd be like,
she definitely treated it as if she was going on dates with him.
Right. I'd be like, you hung out with me under false pretense. If you had approached me and say, I just, like at the very beginning, I like to hang out and meet some people. I'm not looking to date anybody. I got a boyfriend. Yeah. And then I agree to have you come with me anyway, then it's okay. I wouldn't even flirt with you at that point.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But she didn't do that. She's going under the auspices that she might have sex with him.
Yeah.
Or she might want to date him in the future or something of the like. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I'm gonna read these texts. Yeah. This is from, I guess, that Matt dude, top 4% of whatever it was. Said, sorry, I didn't see it for what it was in the moment. She said, don't be. He didn't say those things until after you left, and I said I had to go for real, and he pulled me outside to say it. And you may be close to him, and that's fine. If I wanted attention, I would have blasted it all over Twitter or some other outlet, which she's doing now. I just felt very uncomfortable, and him being very persistent about me not leaving or making phone calls / sending texts was alarming to me. I definitely don't want this to happen again to anyone else, since I'm pretty sure he picked me out because I'm a new partner and thought I'd be an easy target. I'm just glad I'm 26 and have seen / been through something similar.
Stop there. You picked him out.
Yes.
According to you, you DM'd him.
Exactly.
So what the fuck are you saying? It's not like you went back to your hotel and then you came out in the morning and he was just in your hallway. And he was like, we should go hang out.
Yeah.
You DM'd him.
Yep.
And said hi. I don't understand. I don't get it.
When you make the first move and he's like, yeah, let's go to dinner now. That's like, you did this first, not him. Like, no.
And now she said, and knew the signs. I'm definitely handling this privately and appreciate you messaging me because I already have people, and then it cuts, so I can't really read it. I already have people saying I'm lying for attention is what I think I can read it, make it out. So she says she's handling it privately. The only thing she could have him on is if she did get pushed up against that wall by him, maybe an assault charge, right?
Yeah.
For pushing her up against the wall.
Right.
Maybe.
Right.
Like, that's still going to be hard to prove if nobody fucking saw it. So
yeah.
And
that's not saying it didn't happen. That's just saying it's hard to prove.
It would be very hard. I'm not saying it didn't happen. It'd just be very hard to prove that it happened to a jury.
Yeah.
Joe then offers to pay for my cab, to which I say no thanks because I didn't want him knowing where I was staying at all. He then replied, that's surprising, and walked back in the bar. I walk 4 to 5 blocks away and order my own cab so he can't see me and start to cry. I eventually get back in my Airbnb where Alan was, and I just cry and tell him everything I told you. Alan was pissed, but I told him not to say or do anything because I literally had no proof that he said or did any of that. So she's admitting that she doesn't have any proof, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I then tweet about what happened without naming him and ended up leaving PAX East a day early because I was afraid to see him again. I ended up getting an Instagram message from a developer I met at Whiskey's, and he tells me that he now realizes what happened, but that at the time he didn't see it for what it was, and that I was right. No one would believe me because I had no proof. I kept this person anonymous as well as I did with Alan unless they come forward, but I know I will most likely be attacked for even posting this. The screenshots of the Instagram conversation are below. Do you want to read those, Biscuit?
Yeah. The message starts off with something about him being very persistent about me not leaving or making phone calls or sending texts. Was alarming to me. Oh, we read this before, right? I definitely don't want this to happen again. I'm pretty sure
Wait, pause real quick. Bundy says, to play devil's advocate, none of that, the flirting, we're coming to dinner, etc., entitled Joe to have her come back to his room and have sex with him. She had every right to bounce.
100%. You're exactly right. You're exactly right.
She had every single right to bounce, but she didn't, was the problem. Is that she just kept going along with everything that he was saying. When she definitely had multiple chances to leave or not accept invite to dinner or not accept to go to his hotel room alone.
At least try to leave is all I'm asking for.
Yeah.
Try. And we didn't even get that.
I'm confused. Dave Carr, homeboy, top right, looks like he's there on work experience. What? What? What?
I think people are just mad at how she handled it. No, me too, Danny. Like I said, if it's 100% true, Joe was definitely being a piece of shit at times. And did things he never should have done.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Take her purse, push her against the wall, all that. He was definitely being a 100% piece of shit. But there were so many times before that piece of shit behavior even came up that she could have pieced. And she never did.
Yeah, exactly.
She doesn't even mention that she has a boyfriend.
Yep, yeah.
So like I said, going back to what I said before, were you there to date him or were you there to network? What were you there to do? I don't get it. Really quick, Peanut, I know Peanut's in the chat watching. Peanut, you DM me. Can I say what you said in DMs to me? I won't say it if you don't want me to. You DM
while we're waiting for her to respond, I'm going to go ahead and read this last little bit because we're on that last paragraph, kind of.
Yeah.
I was working with an esports organization before and notified the owner, to which I also won't name. They offered to back me and support me as much as they could. I told them how long ago it happened and the proof I had. They too agreed that I would end up getting dragged and nothing but negativity would come if I came forward, but that they would support me.
Actual behavior. All she has is those DMs that she initiated.
I then informed them that my best route was to inform the company that is representing him and try and handle this as professionally as possible since I have no way to prove he said or did anything. I did, and the company apologized and said they would handle it. Nothing else has come of it, and while I tweet every once in a while warning people, I have been way too scared to come forward. I understand my proof relies on a few DMs between Joe Vargas and I, as well as Instagram messages from someone I don't have the heart to name unless they come forward, but this is all I have. He's done this before. I have.
That's true.
What?
I think she those DMs that she put in this article.
Yep.
She emailed those to whatever organization worked with Joe. They then came to him and were like, listen, there's this girl telling us you did some shit with her.
Yeah.
And she sent us these DMs. and he probably went, oh, wait, I have the rest of the DMs. And sent them, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what I think happened.
Go ahead and do what Peanut sent you.
She said yes?
Yes, she said sure.
Okay. Peanut said this is referring to the girl who's telling this story, she's a fucking pussy. She doesn't want to own up to her flirting with someone when she had a boyfriend. That's what I think. I think once it started to progress to that point, she didn't want her boyfriend to find out that she was willingly in somebody else's hotel room and following him around all by herself. If this is true, following him around all by herself all day long without even trying to go home or get out or whatever the fuck, right? Because what did I say before? If that was me, and my girlfriend called me 10 hours later and told me that, I'd be fucking pissed.
Yeah.
So to me, it sounds like a cover job. But did we miss anything in chat? Let's see.
I'm gonna read some of these. Zero said, that's what I'm saying. Where are the tweets that she claims she made about it that night? That would be good proof. With the date on them.
She never reshared those. Yeah, she never reshared those.
Bundy said, and right, but believing someone is flirting does not entitle you to have sex with them. No, but flirting leads to a relationship, which leads to sexual interaction.
That's what I'm saying. Those
if
DMs
he's flirting, if you're flirting, ultimately that is your goal if you're flirting with somebody. But at no point did she ever say, I don't want to do this, right? She never said, I want to leave this situation. I have a boyfriend. She never said any of that. So Joe is being led along here thinking that he's doing this for a relationship kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
So Joe's being led along, and he's thinking that this is what this is because she's coming along with him to dinners and all this stuff.
The way it looks like to him is she's just a groupie.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. She wants to follow him around and have a little fun. And he was like, you know what? I'm going to roll the dice, and if it turns out yes, I get laid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Danielle said, one second. Danielle said not trying to villainize anyone, but I think both parties could learn from this 100%.
Oh, yeah.
Both parties could 100% learn
Here's
from
another
this.
thing.
I'm not defending Angry Joe.
Here's another thing. Joe, don't fuck your fans. I mean, come on.
I mean, that puts you in a bad position to begin with, right?
Yeah.
Because you shouldn't do that anyways.
But, Siphon says that's also right. This whole situation is a mess. It is. It is a whole mess. Hashtag free doc. We're going to be getting to Dr. Disrespect in a little bit.
Yeah, we're getting to that.
That is coming very soon.
Yeah, Bundy was saying it sounds like Joe was pressuring her for quite a bit, even when she was trying to bounce, shaming her for giving him blue balls or whatever. But my point is, before that even happened, she shouldn't have even entered his hotel room.
Yeah.
Once he said, let's go to my hotel room, even if other Joe was following them, right then and there, she should have been like, I have a boyfriend. Listen, I just don't think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Again, I don't know how many people have been in that situation before where you're trying to flirt with someone and bring them like to a private area, right? It's happened to me where they're like, you know what? No, I'm involved with somebody. I don't think it's a good idea. You know what? You go about your day. Yeah. You go get another drink or whatever it is. That's it. No feelings are hurt.
Yeah.
And then she's not comfortable. Okay, bye. That's it.
Okay, now I know not to talk to you anymore when I'm trying to look for like relationship stuff, right?
Exactly.
So at least make it known. I'm gonna read this last paragraph because it's the very, very last thing she says.
Yep.
She says, he has done this before. I have no doubt in my mind that he's done this to other women in the industry. So I want to know, does she have proof of other women of this happening to?
No, she hasn't shown any proof. I'm going to tell you that now.
And then she says, everything he did had a reason behind it. I'm sure he'll deny it all, but he didn't lose his phone for nothing. He didn't have us take pictures for nothing. He planned it so if I ever did come forward, it would look like I was 100% willing and he had the proof. But even you in this story sound like you were 100% willing to be with him at all those times, except at the very end, right?
At the party at the end, when you got to the party. That was when things took a turn. But before the party, you had like 6 hours of being glued to your side by your choice.
Yes.
What were you doing with them all that time?
I would look like I was 100% willing and had the proof. I honestly have nothing to lose by coming forward and finally saying who did this to me. I'm still a small partner/streamer who streams for fun, goes to school full-time, and has a career as a programmer ahead of me. Regardless of all the hate I may or may not receive, I hope that anyone else that he has hurt or coerced into sex/sexual acts, which he never coerced her into sex. That didn't happen. Yeah.
Or
never coerced her into any sexual acts. Didn't happen.
I hate saying that. I hope anybody else he's coerced into sex. I hate using the word coerced because according to people like her, saying, hey, you want to take your clothes off, is coercing people into sex.
Yeah.
How am I supposed to flirt with you and ask things if everything I say is fucking assault? I don't understand. I don't get it. And don't get me wrong, there are lines, obviously. You don't physically touch a person. I'm not trying to defend the actual
So like
assault.
him throwing you against the wall, if that happened, that is something that should not have happened. It should have been reported to the police that night, most likely, is what I would say to do, right?
Yeah, I would call the cops. If I was her, I definitely would have.
If he's now I can understand the reason she didn't, but Still.
And then you know what you do at that point? You go to the police. They'll say, if you want, you get a restraining order. And then that's what she does.
And then you're good.
That's what I would do. Yeah.
Let me see. Coercion sexual acts because of what he has done for you. Just know that you're not alone. It has bothered me every day since it happened, and that you can talk to me and not worry about me saying anything or feeling like no one will understand you. I'm here for you. To everyone else, please take what you will from this and know predators come in every form, regardless of how much you like them or think you may know them. While this may kill whatever streaming career I may have had, I don't regret speaking up now. I only wish I had done so sooner. And apologize to anyone he may have assaulted since April 7th, 2018. So, like I said, the only thing that she has that he did that would be bad in that situation would be like taking her purse, taking her phone, and then putting her up against the wall.
Yeah, like I said, the stuff at the party is the bad stuff.
And that's the stuff, like, again, Joe, in his response, said that Alan was there the entire time that all of this happened. So,
yeah.
We don't know it's true. Also, on the text messages she posts, there's no timestamps really. Oh, there's one date. There's a date on one of them.
Yeah.
So
I don't know if Instagram timestamps. I don't really DM on Instagram.
Yeah, I haven't either, so I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, so there's one date on one of them.
That last paragraph, she says, "I know he's done this to other women in the industry." If you ask me, that again is poisoning the well.
Yeah.
That's why I don't believe a lot of this shit. Because again, you have zero proof, and you're just saying, "Well, he did it to me, so he did it to every other woman on the face of the earth." I don't know that. Even if he was that piece of shit with you, that doesn't mean he's a piece of shit with everybody.
Yeah. I'm going to go and read some comments because we have a bunch here. I'm going to read. Joe was just looking for the cat. That's all he wanted. She could have told him, I'm going to have sex with you tonight, and that still doesn't entitle him to having sex with her. You're true. We're not saying that he was ever. We're never saying he was entitled to have sex with her. What we're saying is she never said that she wanted to leave or anything like that. Right?
Like
she was leading him on.
He was shooting his shot and seeing what happened.
Yeah.
And she wasn't saying, I got to go. I have a boyfriend.
Yeah. She didn't say, I want to have sex, so he didn't do anything past that.
Yeah.
Right.
She was like, yeah, let's have sex. Didn't say that. But she said, no. He's like, okay. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Now, so because she agreed to go to the party, I'm going to assume, again, I don't know exactly how it happened because none of us were there, and he said, she said, but I'm putting myself in that position. Once getting to the party, like she says, oh yeah, I'll come with you to the party. I would think, all right, I'm gonna hang out with her a little more. She might drink a little bit, and that might change her mind. And I'm not saying you should rape a passed out person. I'm saying traditionally, when you flirt, you're drinking at a bar.
Yeah.
And when you start drinking, you loosen up a little bit. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
So what I would say at that point is, you know what? I'll ask her again. If she gets too drunk where she's passed out, I will call her to a cab and send her home.
Yeah.
That's what I would do. But if she's coherent and tipsy, I will ask again. And if she's still not down, we go our separate ways.
Yeah.
I know when you bring that shit up, everybody immediately accuses you of raping. Drunk girls, and never once have I said that was a good idea. I talked about this once. In fact, I mentioned this to Diva one time. Me and her were talking about this on a stream.
Yeah.
Right. Where we were talking about something similar, and I'm like, having sex with somebody who is drunk is not raping somebody who's passed out.
Yes.
There's a difference between drunk and passed out.
Yep.
Passed out is where I think the line is. If somebody's drunk and says, "Hey, take off your clothes," you can't then wake up the next day and say, "I can't believe I had sex with that person. They raped me." That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Right. And I always use as my defense, right, where I was at this crazy party one time down in Manhattan, right, and it was this person had rented out an entire floor of an apartment complex by the pier in Manhattan, right. And I went into it's like you can go. There was like different mini parties happening in every apartment, right? They were all just empty with like a couch and that's it, and people just drinking and doing drugs, right?
Yeah.
And I walked into one apartment because I was looking for somebody. And this girl, I've never seen somebody this fucked up. She had to be on something that was not alcohol.
Yeah.
Right? I've never seen somebody this mindlessly fucked in my entire life. The kitchen door, when I walk in, swings open, almost clocks me in the mouth. Right? And I go, whoa. Right? And when this door swings open, this girl's eyes are closed and she falls onto me.
Oh.
Like, dead right here.
Yeah.
If I was a rapist, you know where that story goes.
But you're not a rapist.
And no, I picked her up and I said, whose friend is this? And somebody came over and said, oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
Like that's what you should do.
I'm gonna read through a lot of these comments. We're gonna speed round them because we're about to move to the next topic. Danielle says communication is key. It's all about consent, but they weren't talking about their intentions. They were continuing to hang out with unknown intentions and then getting upset with the outcomes.
Yeah.
Bundy said, right, we're obviously only going off and he said, she said, but from her story alone, he clearly felt entitled to it because of how she acted throughout the day. So yeah, in her version of the story, right? She was saying the way he was acting, where he was like put up her wall, taking her phone and stuff, telling her, no, you can't go home to your friend. You have to come with me. That stuff that's wrong. 100%. We're not saying that isn't. But what we're saying is
nobody's defending that.
It's he said, she said. On his side of the story, none of that happened. So we don't know what really happened.
But even so, like I said, she should have left way before. She shouldn't have gotten to that point.
Yeah.
So Peanut was saying, did you read Peanut's thing?
Wait,
both parties are
before. Let's go.
Okay.
Wait, where are you?
I'm scrolled up.
Oh, yeah,
Peanut. Yeah. Peanut goes, if both parties are flirting with each other, it usually means it's going to go further. This has been my point throughout the whole thing that I was trying to make. It usually means it's going to go further. She should have stood her ground and said something instead of going with it just to post it. Exactly.
Yeah. Ace says the way she acted, and she didn't say about her boyfriend, she acted like she gave consent. I wouldn't say that's consent. She was definitely leading him on.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say that she was giving consent by any means.
Yeah, no. Flirting is not permission to rip somebody's clothes off.
Yeah. Siphon says basically what she's saying is if I like a girl and we are both flirting and I make a move and then she posts a tweet saying I'm a rapist. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Right.
But the only problem, again, is the very end of the night, which has been denied by Angry Joe, so we don't know if it's true or not, where he took her phone, her purse, and then pinned her against a wall, right?
Yeah.
Peanut says everyone is going with what she said because that's what the world is coming to. Actually, most people are on Angry Joe's side on this because no sexual assault actually happened here.
Yeah, she removed the post because she got out. Like, she wasn't harmed at all. Yeah, he touched her and pushed her up against the wall, but she was fine. Again, wrong, but she was fine.
Yeah.
So no assault. Like, all right, it was wrong.
Nothing sexual actually happened.
Right. She wasn't raped. She wasn't harmed. Right? Because
he came out of the shower dressed.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I'm talking about the party.
Yeah.
After he pushed her, she got her stuff and left. She was fine. She was emotionally disturbed, but she was fine. Like, no harm.
Ace said if he did an O.J. Simpson, then we would have a problem. Danielle said I disagree with Zoe. Why would she delete it? Delete what? I don't know what she did.
Are you talking about the story? She removed the Medium article, and then she said I'm taking a step away from social media.
She's talking about the tweets.
Yeah, she removed it. I'm assuming she was getting a bunch of hate from Angry Joe fans because Angry Joe is a big platform compared to.
Yeah, but he also said he's getting his lawyers and he has his own proof. And
it could have also been that he sent a cease and desist, right?
Nah, I don't know about that. I think maybe
a cease and desist.
I don't know.
Danielle's talking about the tweets that night that she said she had.
Oh yeah. Those I mean, in her defense, looking up, especially if you're a person who tweets a lot, scrolling that far back in your Twitter feed is fucking hard. I don't know if you could set it by year.
Yeah, Bundy, we will be talking about Shane later because I want to talk about Shane a little bit. No, she just has not shared the supposed tweets that she made that night. If she would share them, that would be some form of proof of her claims. Yeah, I think that would be a lot make her argument a lot stronger that stuff actually happened if she has tweets from that night versus her coming out 2 years later with proof, right?
Did you read the thing Seal said? These situations are really complicated.
Yeah.
Because I get not being able to prove these kind of claims, but are all men going to have their lives destroyed based on a claim with no evidence? Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's really a fucking like a catch-22 shitty situation where we don't know what happened and we can't like the whole. I want to explain because I've done a lot of criminal justice like classes and stuff, and I've looked into this stuff a lot.
I took half a semester of criminal justice.
Yeah, the stream just froze.
Reconnection successful. We're back up. We're back.
All right.
Okay.
Chat anyway. It'll chat itself.
Yeah. Okay, we're good.
All right.
So what was I saying? Oh yeah, criminal justice. Criminal justice. So the way our justice system works is that we would rather you have to prove somebody guilty without a shadow of a doubt. It has to be 100% that person is guilty. And the reason they do that is because they would rather have a guilty person walk than an innocent person locked up, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's the reason that it's set up that way, and that I think is morally correct. You don't want an innocent person locked in jail.
You leave as little room as you possibly can.
Yeah.
To put the wrong person in jail. And sometimes it still happens, right?
Yeah.
That's why it's that way, though.
That's why it's set up that way, and because it's set up that way, and a lot of times these sexual assault charges are very, very hard to prove 100%. Mm-hmm. That's why I encourage anybody that ever gets sexually assaulted immediately.
Yeah.
Get a rape kit.
Go get a rape kit because that will identify the person who did it, right, with DNA. So if you know who did it, you can verify it was them. You can prove that it happened.
You can even skip the police station trip, go to the hospital, and they will do it and get one cop by themselves to come in. So there's no, they will do that.
Yeah. So I mean, like, then I think one problem with the whole sexual assault thing is the culture around it of women and men alike, whoever gets sexually assaulted, just not coming forward immediately.
Until much later,
Yeah. If you come forward immediately, it's a much higher chance you get the justice that you want, right?
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's still a chance that the offender could walk. That's the way it is. But
yeah,
all right, take it easy, Stephen. Thanks for coming and watching.
If you get DNA evidence proving that it happened, that they had they had sex with you, and then it's just proof of whether you were consenting or not, or if, say you were drunk or something, right?
Yeah.
So like, yeah, exactly.
But in a story like this, there was no sexual contact.
Yeah.
It was, if you boil it down to the things that could be legally pursued against Joe, it's
assault for
pushing her against the wall.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep.
And yes, that makes him a piece of shit. But that's it. Like, what are you going to give him for that? Or he gets 6
months
a fine of $1,000.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You get fined or some type of community service, probation.
Yeah, but so what you're claiming is very minimum.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it feels like that's why I hate these Me Too stories, because
have a good night, Siphon.
Especially in a story like this, where you don't even have any actual offense within the story, it feels like you're doing it for fucking clout.
Yo, Ace, I'm gonna say this on stream because I have no quarrels with it. I have had fake rape allegations placed against me personally.
It happens.
I never even had sexual intercourse, like actual sexual intercourse with a woman, right?
Yep.
And I had fake rape allegations against me. So
you were saying you were a virgin at the time when they claimed this?
They were a virgin at the time. Yes.
Oh, they were a virgin.
Yes.
Okay.
And I had fake rape allegations against myself, and then I was harassed by this person for 2-3 years.
You went to the cops, didn't you?
I went to the cops and filed a restraining order, and they would still spoof their number and call me. So, not much I was able to do.
Well, no, that's good, because you filing that restraining order is step one, because then if they do physically show up, then they just get arrested immediately.
Yep.
They're not allowed to show up under any
circumstance. So yeah, it happens. It's horrible that it happens, right? So like, let's say I had a huge platform, or I end up getting a huge platform, right? Yeah. If this podcast blows up, I can almost guarantee that those allegations will come back up.
Yeah, right? Danny says she disagrees with Ace, and I think what she means is she disagrees with the most part, and I agree with that one too. Yeah, it's not most women. The point is, there are bad actors out there who will do it because they don't like people.
Exactly.
So, but I want to make this clear: we're not saying don't believe any woman who says they've been raped. We're not saying don't believe them.
No.
But just follow the evidence, and if there's no evidence, wait until there is some. Don't automatically make an assumption of, oh, he's definitely guilty or she's definitely lying or something like that.
Yeah.
Even if you get a rape kit done, it could have been consensual. Right? No, it could have. Rape is one of the hardest crimes to prove.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it's like she was violently raped and beaten.
Unless there's a video of it or something. Unless there's multiple eyewitnesses, or unless there's
I will say it's very rare, like, because like for date rape and stuff like that, where you get taken back and then at the house and then they rape you there, versus something that happens in like the middle of the fucking street, right? Somebody happens in the middle of the street, you're not getting away with that.
But okay, if you get date raped, go get blood taken. They can test if there's any drugs in your system, and if there's a drug in your system that's a known date rape drug, and you get a rape kit, and they get the semen of the guy who raped you, or any DNA from that, then they can still arrest him. And
it's going to be very rare that a woman gets raped without being like beaten and bruised, or without being drugged.
Well, yeah. It's one or the other.
Yeah, it's very rare that it's going to be like she just it sounds horrible saying it, but she just takes it, right? And doesn't do anything to defend herself. That's just a rare occurrence if that ever happens, right?
Yeah, the story I always use is a lot of people. The reason why I'm super skeptical of these stories, if there's no police report and no actual evidence, the reason why I'm super skeptical is because we have stories like that radio host from Canada. You guys remember that?
Yeah.
Where those two girls that he was simultaneously dating.
Yep.
Right. Mm-hmm. And they claim that he raped them both. Yeah. Right. And then when the court, when he sued them for defamation or whatever, when the court case came out, there was all these text messages from the night that they claimed it happened of them begging to come to his house to see him and all these things, going back like weeks trying to see him because they were like obsessed with the fucking guy.
Yeah.
That's why, because it does happen and it's very easy for it to happen.
Yeah.
When you don't have that kind of proof, and people just go, she said she was raped. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then there was Mattress Girl from I think it was it NYU or Columbia? I'm pretty sure it was here. She lied about that too, right?
Yeah.
It's they get a lot of attention, and it happens.
All right. So
that's why I'm very skeptical.
We've been on this topic for a very long time. Max, do you have one more thing you want to say?
It's a new topic.
There is issues with our court system and our law system because depending on if you have no prior offenses or if you're a person who's popular or whatnot in social media or any facet of that, there was this case where this very highly regarded student date raped a girl, and he was proven to be raped her, but he only got 6 months.
Yeah, shit like that that needs to be changed.
Yeah, that's bullshit. Yeah, that's bullshit. So we're not saying the system is perfect and doesn't need to be fixed either.
It 100%.
I'm pretty sure almost all of us would agree to some reform of the justice system.
Yes.
All of us would agree to that.
Yeah, like Danny said, it's a loaded topic. Yeah, no one's saying the system is perfect, and that's another excuse people use. Well, women don't come forward because he's not going to get there's a chance he doesn't get a high sentence.
Yep.
But you can't wait 13 and a half years and then put it on Twitter and expect me to believe you with no evidence.
Yeah.
Twitter is not the fucking police.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to go. I think we should move to the next topic. There's not going to be. This one is less of a loaded topic because there's not a ton to talk about the situation. But we are going to be talking about Dr. Disrespect.
Interesting. I got a last minute screenshot from Jim.
Yeah.
That is an interesting theory, which I've heard circling around, but I didn't hear it in this much detail.
Yeah.
But first, let's you go ahead and talk about what happened.
Is it a theory about
why? Yeah, it's a theory about why.
About why. Okay, so yeah, let's start.
Take everything we would say with a grain of salt. We don't know anything yet.
Yeah, none of this is confirmed. The only thing that is confirmed at this point is what I'm about to say. Dr. Disrespect has been banned from Twitch. All of his subs have been refunded, right? Yep. He had a multi-million-dollar contract with them. So we're all going to see where this goes from there.
In March.
Yeah, exactly. So we're gonna see where this goes with him, if he's gonna try and like sue them to get his money, if they don't want to pay him or something, right?
Yeah.
So I want to talk before you go. I just want to talk about a thing that I saw. Because what I've seen stated, I saw this post actually, this screenshot of like a notepad, fucking app opened.
Yeah.
Somebody had typed up. They were anonymous. I have no idea who they were because they didn't put their name on it or anything. They came out and said that Dr. Disrespect had been banned simply because he had sex with another Twitch partner while at TwitchCon, and that's when he cheated on his wife.
That's That's what I was using. So I had posited. We all knew that he cheated on his wife. It was big news at the time, right?
Yeah.
We all knew what happened, and they made up, like, you know, he apologized and all those things to her. He took like a year off or like 6 months, whatever it was.
Changed with her. From the Gentleman's Club to Champions Club or something like that.
Yeah, the Champions Club. But he took all that time off to be with his wife and fix his relationship as much as he could.
Yeah.
Right? And they're still married, as far as we know. Like, they're still great.
Yeah.
So we knew that happened. But what I had posited was, because I saw what Deej was just referring to, I was like, if that's true, I think what might have happened was, I never knew that the person he was cheating with was a Twitch partner.
Yeah, nobody knew that.
Yeah. So what I thought was, all right, so if that, let's go on the assumption that that's true, right?
Yeah.
The whole thing happens. We don't know who she is, but he comes out and says, I cheated on my wife, the whole thing. Maybe now she's coming forward to the Twitch staff because everybody's been coming out to do the Me Too's this past week.
Maybe she Me Too'd him?
That's what I'm saying.
Twitch?
But before she Me Too'd them, I was thinking she messaged them first and was like, listen, you've been protecting this guy this entire time, and now she's going to allege that she was raped by him or whatever, right? And if you don't ban him, you're already going to look like you're protecting him. And so what my theory was, they just banned him to get ahead of it because they knew what she was going to say, right? That was what I thought. Like, that was she gave them an ultimatum.
So Danielle, currently we are not like pulling up screenshots and stuff. Eventually, I'm gonna get that set up to where we have it all set up on the Discord. I need to create some more scenes and fix that stuff up.
Yeah,
I need more time to prepare.
A stream deck. I think a stream deck would help.
The stream deck would help a lot. Yeah, I need to get one of those. But not currently. My mouse, I don't know how to turn. For some reason, OBS won't turn my cursor off. So if I like move my cursor to like change the Google tab or anything, it goes over Mex's camera or Biscuit's camera. So
yeah.
Wait, I'm gonna read some of these comments because people I think are still talking about the past topic. Instead of using the term rape, you should be saying sexual allegation, especially when there has been nothing said or certainly not proven. Liam, we completely agree with that. We were talking about rape specifically in different situations, actually. We all agree that nothing sexual even happened that night. So,
Ace, the girl streamer, allegedly, she never came forward publicly. The girl that he had the affair with.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So no, we don't know who it is. That story, what I just said, is entirely speculation. So it could be all bullshit. It's just when I thought about it, it's just what came into my mind.
To certain people, the subject is sensitive and should be treated that way. Not being a dick, but it triggers people in negative ways. This should be a personal. This is through a personal experience. So listen, this is the Uncensored podcast. We don't we're not here to care about people's feelings in this stuff. We're talking about our personal opinions on these things, right? So
yeah, which you are welcome to disagree and call me a piece of shit for having.
You can disagree with us, but I mean, like I've said, I've been accused of false rape claims, right? So sure, rape is a word that may trigger some people, but it's something that I think
he means the word rape. He means the word rape.
So the word rape. Listen, if I don't bring up, if we can't say the word rape now, how is anybody going to be talking about how it needs to be changed? The justice system to where people who rape people should most likely get life in prison. I think personally, but because if you get that person a kid from raping them, that could ruin their entire life, and it fucks them up mentally for a very, very long time.
It already has happened. Look at those football players.
Yeah,
I forgot what college they were on. Oprah. You remember that? I think it was Oprah. They all got expelled and everything. They all got their whole lives ruined, and then it came out it was a lie.
Yep. Also, I just want to say to everybody watching the stream, if you're enjoying it and you want to see more, we're doing this every Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Make sure to hit like and subscribe so you can catch us next time.
Share the channel around. Week. Tell your friends.
Tell everybody.
I feel like Seal said, I feel like if the doc was Me Too, that the woman would have come forward already. Why would you wait for the other side to make a statement first? That's true too. Like I said, we're speculating.
Let's also, a lot of times the Me Too movement now, especially, or coming out against anybody with allegations like that, has a super negative connotation on you, and you get a lot of hate for it just for putting out those allegations, especially if you don't have a ton of proof.
Yeah.
So maybe this lady doesn't have a ton of proof. So what she does is she goes to Twitch personally, says, I want to remain anonymous, and I want to let you know that blah 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 happened to me. I was taken advantage of by Dr. Disrespect, and I want him off your channel because you've been protecting him too long.
Now this came from 4chan, and obviously you don't believe anything that happens on 4chan. But somebody on 4chan claimed that they personally had verifying information that he violently raped said woman.
Oh,
which I already called bullshit because the cops would have been called if that was an
exactly.
To the point where there's pictures of blood in the room all over the place from her being raped. That's if there was that much, he would be in jail right now.
Exactly.
So, but again, that's one of the things that's been positive. And again, none of this is true, so don't go start calling Dr. Disrespect a rapist.
Yeah,
or anything like that.
These are all allegations. This is all theoretical stuff.
Nobody knows come out because he was just taken away in the middle of the night. So nobody knows.
Yo, where's Dr. Disrespect gonna go though now? Because Mixer doesn't exist. So
well, this is the interesting thing, because one of the other theories I heard, right?
Yeah,
is that Ninja and them and a couple of the other big shops were trying to they were trying to finance their own streaming platform.
I could see that happening.
This is the thing that Jim just sent me. It's a screenshot that looks like it's from 4chan as well. So again, 4chan.
Yeah.
But here's this person's theory, right?
Yeah.
Doc, Shroud, and Ninja were in talks on launching a new streaming platform. Were approached by Spotify under Google in order to sign contracts and launch in the coming weeks on Spotify's soon-to-be announced streaming service.
Yep.
No, it will not be under the Spotify brand name. So keep an eye out for a new streaming service coming out that's supposedly by Spotify.
Can we take a second to pause? Because Liam said it's sexual assault, by the way. When we're talking about somebody coming out and saying that on 4chan, it was posted that they had proof that Dr. Disrespect violently raped somebody. There is a big difference between rape and sexual assault. Big difference between the two.
Actually, I just looked that up.
That's a legal term. Rape.
I just looked up the legal
terms. Rape
terms.
requires forced penetration from a penis into a vagina. So a man cannot be raped because
no.
Legally speaking.
Or anus. I just looked it up.
A man can be legally raped. You're wrong about that.
Does
or
it?
Anus. Yes, I just looked it up.
Well, actually, some states turn it into.
I think North Carolina is different. Yeah, it turns into sodomy in North Carolina.
It depends on the state you're in. But it's either sodomy or it just goes under rape. But it's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
But legally speaking. So rape, sexual assault and rape are two very different things.
Yeah. They are. Sexual assault refers more to just violence against somebody of the opposite sex. for the most part.
Well, or not even that, but like inappropriate touching, molestation.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
Okay, real quick. The FBI term for rape.
This stream is getting demonetized to fucking hell.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't matter. We're not making money. But the FBI defines rape as penetration, no matter how slight, of vagina or anus, with any body part or object, or oral penetration by any sex organ.
And that's
without the
federal
consent.
law?
That is FBI.
Yeah. Okay.
FBI.
Yeah, the UK is different, Liam. Yep. Yeah. That's also where we get a lot of disconnect when we talk about law. If you're talking about you're talking to someone from another country, our laws are different, so we just understand it differently.
Yeah.
In the US, it's rape is a very specific type of sexual assault.
All right, so
Max, I think somebody saw your dog.
Yeah. So that's doggo. Really quick, Ace said, "What do you boys think happened?" Well, I said it before. I think the girl. Until I read what I'm about to read you, I think the girl, she decided that she could get money out of this or whatever. Since everybody was Me Tooing, she decided to come out.
Yeah.
Right.
But she doesn't want to do it publicly because it'll put a stain
I think she went directly to Twitch to threaten them, because our Me Too story was going to involve the Twitch staff, not the doc. She was gonna.
I've also heard that theory where because the Twitch staff is fucking crazy, man. They got Dear Lady, they got dudes that are fucking doing weird shit all the time.
Yeah, they're out of their mind. Ouroboros said it's either breach of contract or some type of sexual allegations. That's what I'm saying.
Let's also speak about on Twitch. Another sexual allegation that came out was Zombie Unicorn accusing Syndicate.
Yeah. Well, hold on, wait. Before we go to that, I want to finish what I was saying about the doc because I wasn't done.
Yeah, go ahead.
Done reading that thing.
Go ahead.
So here we go. What I was saying was, Doc Shroud and Ninja were approached by Spotify in order to sign contracts and launch in the coming weeks. So what this person here is alleging is that Spotify was already in contact with them, and they allegedly were getting ready to sign new contracts so that day one, when this website would be up, they would all be on there streaming. Right? Yeah. Ninja is probably in the best position to do this because he just got let go. He's under no contract right now,
and he just got $30 million.
Yeah, he's in the best position to do this. So now, Doc reportedly approached multiple streamers personally on Twitch in order to facilitate a platform shift. Right?
Yeah.
So now he's under contact. This makes a lot of sense to me. Now he's under contract with Twitch, right?
Yeah.
That he signed. Now he's going to other streamers himself and saying, "Listen, soon we're all going to be gone. You guys should come with us." And he was probably giving them some kind of a money deal to go over. Like he wasn't going to a guy who's streaming like us to 20 people, right? He was going to people who had hundreds and thousands of viewers, right? So he was.
Pause. Max, did you just feed your dog a peanut butter cracker? Is that a peanut butter cracker?
Yeah, the peanut butter sandwich. I love those things.
I hate them, dude. They're so dry.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, whoever wants to see my dog,
my puppy.
It's Maya. She's so cute.
Yeah, hello, Maya.
So now that I this makes more sense to me than what my theory was. So now he's under contract and he's going around to other streamers telling them, "Listen, you should come over with us because we're all going to be streaming here. Twitch is going to die, right?"
Yeah.
Twitch reportedly found out when a streamer close to him tipped them off. Whoever did that, if this is true, you're a piece of shit. You're a rat. You're an actual rat because you don't fuck with somebody else's fucking business.
Yeah, exactly.
He comes to you and tells you this, and you don't like it. You go, "Listen, you know what? I'm staying out of it. I'm gonna do my own thing."
Yeah.
That's what you say. You don't start fucking running the daddy and fucking ratting him out.
Real quick, it's Mex, not Max.
Yeah, we call him Mex because he's Mexican. It's kind of racist, but he decided it. So
his name is the Mini Mex. So
yeah.
JMJ, what's up?
JMJ, what's up, my guy?
Let me finish reading this.
Well, we got to see the dog. That's a wrap on the podcast.
So Twitch reportedly finds out when a streamer close to him tips him off.
Yeah.
As a result, Twitch's legal team completely terminated his contract and is currently filing motions for civil suits because now what they're saying, if this is true, he is now breaking contract by going to another website, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So now they have to file court proceedings because they have to sue him now for breaking his contract.
Yep.
Because now it's over. Okay.
And with civil suits, real quick, it's a lot more lenient than criminal.
Yeah, because it's just money. We're talking about
in civil suits, you only have to get, I believe it's like majority on the jury. You don't have to get without a shadow of a doubt.
I have a feeling if they're suing him, they're going to sue him for the double the worth of the contract. Yeah. Because they're going to sue him for all the lost ad revenue too.
Yep.
Yeah.
So as a result, Twitch's legal team terminated. Both Doc, Twitch, and Spotify are currently undergoing mediation. Mm-hmm. No one can talk or discuss this due to NDAs imposed by Google. Mm-hmm. Twitch is going full damage control and attempting to drag Google into lawsuits in order to prevent or taint their launch. These will all be filed on Monday.
Interesting.
Former Twitch.
And when those official documents get filed, people are going to get their hands on them. 100%.
Yeah, when it's public, and that's when we'll know. So former Twitch dismemberment with my 2 weeks filed because Twitch is about to get hammered in the ass by Big Daddy G.
Yep. Yeah.
That person claims he works there, and that's how he knows this. So we'll know on Monday.
Yep. Yeah, we'll know on Monday if it happens. Ouroboros said banned for being a straight white male.
It's Ouroboros. Do you know what an Ouroboros is?
I do not. I'm uncultured.
It's a picture. It's in this picture. Yeah. It's a snake biting his own tail.
Oh, gotcha.
So he creates an infinite circle.
The only reason I know that is because of Full Metal Alchemist.
It's like the world serpent in God of War and mythology.
Kind of.
Yeah. That's why in Resident Evil 5 they called the virus Ouroboros, because it's going to take over the world.
Interesting. This was last 8 minutes of stream. Doesn't relate to contract. Wait, what?
What happened?
I don't know, dude. I was trying to.
This was the last 8 minutes of stream.
Oh, that was the last 8 minutes of his stream.
Oh, yeah. Did you guys see that? I'm glad he brought that up. All right, so
155 checks phone, 410 looks at phone again shortly after, signals for more time, starts watching Roblox, 740 starts finishing, then jumps.
Listen, all right, so I'm gonna explain this.
Yeah,
real
explain
quick.
it to me.
I'm glad Liam brought it up because it totally slipped my mind. Thanks, bro. So here's what happened in that the end of that stream, which was yesterday or the day before. The last stream he did, right? Mm-hmm. There's a point. He's doing like a stream outro he always does, where he's just talking and bullshitting for a couple minutes before he does his like outro video, where he just switches scenes, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's talking, and at one point, you see him kind of like go down like this.
Yeah.
And you can't see where his phone is, but you can see the reflection of his phone on his glasses because he got the sunglasses.
Yes.
Right. And then it looks like he's holding back tears.
Oh man.
That's why I think he knew this was coming. Man. It looks like he's holding back tears because like his lip was almost quivering or whatever. Yeah. Right. Like you could see it in his face that he's holding back tears. And then for no reason, he starts talking about how, don't worry, we're going to get through this, right? Nobody knows why. Nothing he said before that leads into that. Yeah. And then he just, he starts watching random Roblox videos, right? And then he cuts and does the fades. You know that ending video he plays at the end of the streams? And you see him go, fuck. And he does it. And he ends the stream.
Man.
So it's apparent, at least, that he found out what was going on during stream.
Yeah.
I don't know if this other guy was telling the truth about the contracting. Maybe that the look on his face was, oh shit, they know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know exactly, but it's clear he found out during that stream.
JMJ said, just watch to see what's happening. I be hearing a lot about this gamer. Y'all talking about it getting crazy. Yeah, it's probably going to be really big when this story like blows. Because right now
it's already big. He's trending on Twitter, but there's no information.
Exactly. That's the thing. When this blows, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be drama alert. It's going to be scarce. It's going to be us. It's going to be everybody, right? Talking about what happened to him. And we're going to have Twitch versus the world, pretty much.
Yeah. Ouroboros. Him mentioning David Icke. I heard him mention it, but I don't know who David Icke is. Let me Google it.
Yeah, not too.
I guess I'm an uncultured swine.
I also kind of hope Twitch goes down because I feel like it's almost a monopoly on the streaming idea.
An English conspiracy theorist.
Interesting.
Oh, I didn't know that. Interesting. He said he watched something by him. I don't know. Conspiracy of the Lizard Illuminati. Here's one of his videos. That's funny.
Oh, right, so I don't know. He was talking to someone and he asked for 5 more minutes. I guess he just wanted 5 more minutes. So he knew it was over and he had to end the stream. And he was getting banned. So he asked for 5 more minutes on stream.
Yeah.
That's
his
crazy.
whole personality changed when he came. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, it looked like he's seen a ghost when he looked down at his phone.
Yeah.
He's a conspiracy who specializes in reptilian conspiracy. Yeah, I just found that out. I don't know why he brought that up or who brought that up to him. I did hear him say it.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Like, he didn't.
Well, what's up?
He was like, oh yeah, that David Icke guy. What happened, Deej?
I was saying hey to legit. Who's in chat?
Yeah, he was just like, that David Icke guy, and then that's kind of like all he says. Like, yeah, I've seen it. That was it.
Another thing, how he reacted, I'm leaning a lot towards the platform thing where he broke the breach of contract. I think that's the most likely thing.
Co-main is coming up, Jim. Oh, we're gonna miss the end of the fight card. Fuck.
Yeah, it's whatever. It's fine.
My bad,
watch
Jim.
The highlights.
When he watched Roblox, he sat mute with his head covering the video as if he was just taking it in. He didn't care about the Roblox. Yeah. It was like that's what I was saying. Like he just didn't say anything.
Who really cares about Roblox though? No,
I know, but that's not what Dr. Shark does. Like, he's always talking about something.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Making fun of the video watching. The video just rolled, and he's just sitting there like this.
Yep.
And then he's like, "Fuck," and then it's distributed. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So he knew something. Again, I don't know I don't know if it's like that sexual allegation thing, or if it's because he's like, oh fuck, they know I broke my contract.
I think the contract thing is the most likely story after hearing that.
Here's the thing. If it is the contract thing, let's say the thing is 100% true. Turns out he's fucked up.
Yeah.
Because you got to know when you're under contract that when you do something like that, you're gonna break it. Before you do that, you at least have a lawyer look it over and find out if there's a way for you to weasel out.
Yeah.
You don't just do it.
We watched a guy meeting death. Yeah.
Oh, what in the fight you're talking about? Oh no, you're talking about. Nah, my bad.
Yeah.
I'm an idiot. Yeah, we're talking about Doc. Yeah, we did. Like I said, it looks like he's seen a ghost. Well, his whole fucking.
Liam, if you think about it, the contract breach for him with how early he just got it is very, very serious. Because they are probably going to sue him for double the amount of the contract, right? Because there's probably some term in there that says if you breach this contract, you owe us this amount of money.
Yeah,
that was a multi-million-dollar contract, right?
But regardless of what that says, they're going to sue him on top of it because you're not allowed to just break contract.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't know if that, like I said, if it is true, I guess we'll know on Monday, right?
Yep.
Because it's the weekend and courts are closed, so we'll find that out on Monday. But aside from that, man, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, we'll see, and we'll definitely be back next week to talk about it more if more pops up for sure.
Kind of relating to this topic, can we all agree? Shroud and Ninja made bank.
Oh, from off Mixer, yeah.
I was telling this to Jimmy.
Bank from Mixer.
I was telling this to Jimmy before we were talking this morning. Ninja probably made out way better than he would have if Mixer had survived.
Yeah,
because they went out of business, they told him, listen, we don't have to pay out the contract. We'll just we have it set up so we can just transfer you easily over to Facebook Gaming, and they'll pay you the same thing monthly, whatever the monthly payout was to total up to that 30
And he
million.
was like, "No, I didn't sign up for Facebook Gaming. Give me my contract money."
He was like, "No." So when he said no, they had no choice but to just pay out the full contract.
Yep.
Because
or
they
you
didn't
could have sued him.
Yeah, or he could have sued them. Exactly.
Yep.
So he just got a $30 million check.
And now he can go back to Twitch and get as many viewers as he could before. So yeah, maybe.
Jimmy was saying he only gets like 4,000 viewers on Mixer.
Yeah.
Mixer's terrible dead for him.
Mixer was dead.
That's fucking terrible for him. He was getting like hundreds of thousands of people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's actually a little study done by some people about the increase in viewership on Twitch, YouTube, Mixer, and Facebook.
Yeah.
Twitch and YouTube had like 89% increase in viewership over the course of this COVID-19 thing.
Yeah.
And Mixer had like a 1% increase.
That's funny.
Yeah, I mean, listen, honestly, there was a couple of streamers that I watched on Twitch for a while, and then they came out and said they were moving to Mixer. I stopped watching them because I didn't want to get on Mixer. Go to Mixer. I didn't want that many applications, honestly.
And look, that's the point. If you ask me, in all honesty, I think the Mixer website was way nicer looking than the Twitch website. I just didn't want to start going to another website. That's all.
Yeah.
It's very hard to get me to start, and we were talking about this before. I just started using that new social media shit.
Yeah.
And it takes me a lot to do something like that.
How long was Shroud in a contract with Mixer?
I don't know.
From when he signed?
I think his was like 10 million or something like that.
No, but when did he sign the contract with Mixer?
I don't know, but he got paid out too because it wasn't.
Yeah.
But they were under that contract for what? Maybe 2 years? I don't even think it's been that long.
Yeah, no, it hasn't been long at all. I don't think there's too much more to talk about the Twitch and the Dr. Disrespect thing. So
the way Twitch, we might be moving. Listen, YouTube. I know we're on here, but YouTube sucks too. YouTube does a lot of bad things too. So who the fuck knows what's gonna happen tomorrow?
I also want to bring up Shane Dawson. So have you heard about what's happened with Shane Dawson?
Well, I have, but you definitely know more than me.
So
I have not.
Shane Dawson has been getting cancel cultured. Also, Jenna Marbles left, right?
Oh wait, I have.
She didn't get canceled though, right?
She canceled herself. She canceled herself before anybody else could. So, she canceled herself, quit YouTube. Shane Dawson is getting canceled now because of a lot of stuff from blackface to saying the N-word to
what I saw was that
pedophilia is the craziest one to me.
I saw was the tweet that I sent you with the hot dog.
Oh my god. Let me just say as well, like one of the cringiest things I've ever seen, a video uploaded by anybody. Shane Dawson uploaded a video of him with a 12-year-old girl, right? Him and I guess I don't know who it was. It was one of his friends that was a female at the time. Talking to a 12-year-old girl, right? And they literally, right, started having the birds and the bees talk. But they were doing it really fucking weirdly. So they have like this fucking plush toy, right? And they're like, this is the guy. And then the girl, his friend, sticks it up in her skirt and she starts moaning in front of the 12-year-old. which is weird as
what?
Yes, it's fucking disgusting and cringy. It's the worst thing I've ever seen.
I don't get that.
And then they start talking about it. Oh my god, it's horrible.
I don't.
I'm gonna continue on this pedophile thing because I have a lot more. Because that's not it. Shane Dawson also comes out and says on a I guess it was some kind of podcast or something he was doing with somebody else. He was talking to somebody on one of their videos, right? Yeah. And he says he's like, I was looking at Instagram, right? And I had this it was like this girl. It couldn't have been more than 6. These are his words. Couldn't have been more than 6, right? And I ask her. She asks, I'm taking a picture of myself, and she asks, are you Instagramming? And I'm like, first off, what does this 6-year-old know about Instagram? And I'm like, I am. Do you have Instagram? She says, yeah. I asked her, how many followers do you have? She says 125,000. So first off, whoa, right?
Yeah.
So this 6-year-old is a cheerleader, right? So she does like professional cheerleading at 6 years old.
There shouldn't be a 6-year-old cheerleader. Like that shouldn't start to high school.
Well, I mean, a lot of times, they get those, what are they called? Prodigies, right? To go into certain things like gymnastics and stuff like that. So most likely that's what it was. And then he literally says on the stream, he's like, so I started looking through her Instagram, and I don't know if I should say this, but she was like sexy. About a 6-year-old.
Oh, so wait.
6-year-old.
Oh, dude.
He then, after saying that on the same stream, he goes, I don't understand why people can like look up like people who have foot fetishes can look up pictures of people's feet and jack off to it, but I can't look up like naked baby and jack off. He said that.
You said that to me, and I was like, people
can
do that. People can do that because the people taking the pictures of their feet are consenting to do so.
Yeah.
This is why we have laws against these things.
Yeah, it's insane.
I don't know. I don't know how. Like I said, I don't know how true a lot of this shit is, and I feel like if it is, I feel like he uses the fact that he's gay to shield himself. Because I think he is supposed to be gay, right? Like,
He's gay. He's gay. He came out.
Yeah. I'm not pulling that out of thin air. So it would appear to me that he's using that as a shield.
Yeah.
To against if this is all true.
Now
to shield.
He came out with a taking accountability video, right?
Right.
And in that video, he said that like I don't know that I mean the clip I heard was pretty unedited, right? It was just straightforward him talking.
Yeah.
But people are now saying that, or when he came out in the apology video, he was like it was taken out of context and they cut out the part where before I said I was just joking, right? And nobody should be a pedophile or think about children in a sexual way. I don't know how true that is because I haven't seen any clips of that anywhere. Right?
Yeah.
So we don't know about that. And then literally all he does on his accountability videos where he's like, yeah, I did do blackface a long time ago. I'm sorry. That's literally all he does.
Yeah, but the blackface thing is a separate argument.
Coming on the
blackface
no,
long ago, whatever.
Blackface and saying a hard R N-word in a YouTube video.
That's a little different. But, like, I want to go back. I want to go back to the pedophile thing because the tweet that I sent you.
Yeah.
The tweet that I sent you was what freaked me out. I'm assuming it's in reference to that video with the 12-year-old, right?
Yeah.
Like when he was with his cousin, the Birds and the Beanstalk.
Yeah.
He puts out a tweet where he goes, I love this vlogging thing because I just got my 12-year-old cousin to give a hot dog a blowjob.
Yep. Yeah. That's the same 12-year-old cousin. Same 12-year-old cousin that he did the Birds and the Beanstalk with.
What the fuck?
Yep.
What is wrong with this?
That's a real tweet. And that's a real tweet.
And yeah. Why was he being let near children?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
What the fuck?
So, yeah, it's crazy. And apparently he said he contacted the mother, which would be, it's his cousin, so it would be his aunt, right?
Yeah.
And he talked to her, and they were like, no, it's funny. We thought it was funny whenever he uploaded it. But he uploaded it without talking to them.
You thought it was funny when I made your daughter shove a hot dog down her throat?
Yeah, what the fuck? I'm telling you right now, if that was my
child services, please.
I'm telling you right now, if that was my child, if I had a child, right? And I don't care if it's my cousin or my fucking, I don't give a fuck, right? Who it is. Yeah. You start having the Birds and the Bees talk with a 12-year-old daughter of mine. Yeah. And then you make her blowjob a hot dog. I'm going to punch your teeth so far down your fucking throat.
Of course.
Right?
Yeah.
So, like, what the fuck is Shane Dawson doing?
I don't know.
It's really fucking disturbing. Yeah. Dude, so I mean, we'll see if anything else comes out of this. But Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, I don't have words.
If nothing else comes of this, not James. Whatever his face is. Charles. He's an idiot, and he's just why?
It's bad.
Why would you?
Yeah. Okay, and then now staying on the topic of pedophilia real quick, because I want to go to one more person. Oh wait, okay, continue.
Before we touch, Shane Dawson with all these things, right? Gets to stay on YouTube, right? Mm-hmm. I go and say I like Donald Trump. I get banned.
Yep.
Well, rip this trainer, boys. I'm done.
Shit, Biscuit. He done fucked us. No, so continuing with the pedophilia thing. Let me see. I gotta scroll up in our Discord to fucking find the name again because I can't remember exactly who it was. I think what was it? Oh fuck, I can't find it now. Oh come on. Who was it? I told you about it. Oh, Minilad on YouTube, right?
Oh yeah.
Minilab. He was accused of sending nudes to multiple minors, right? Of course, this came out with no real proof behind it, so people were thinking it was like a Me Too thing, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He then comes out on Twitter and admits to sending nudes to minors. You were telling me this. Yeah. He admits. Yeah. So wait, I can pull it up right now.
Yeah, read this tweet.
Let me go. Mini lad.
Yeah, Mini lad. Yep.
Here we go. So I think it's pinned, or it's his last tweet that he's done. He said, moving forward, wait, no, it's bigger. I gotta maximize it. Hi, everyone. Many of you are probably aware now of the allegations recently made online about my behavior a few years ago. I have read through everything that was said and shared, and I understand how unacceptable my actions are. So he said he did it, right? Yeah, he said, I take full responsibility for the inappropriate texts and messages I send. I have regret having said or sent anything that made anyone feel uncomfortable on a set. I am truly and deeply sorry for what I did. I absolutely should have done what was necessary at the time, and that was seeking professional help. Realizing that my actions were completely unacceptable and working to change my behaviors from the inside out. Moving forward, I fully commit to working on myself and including going to therapy, rethinking and changing some of my life choices, and personally apologizing to those I've harmed. I know it's hard to believe, and I totally get it. I haven't given you a reason to trust me, and I know I need to earn it, but that's on me to prove to you. I know there's no righting my wrongs here, and I want to express again how sorry I am to the people I've hurt and the fans I've let down. I have a long road of personal searching ahead of me, so that's my focus now, and I will be back when the time is right. How is he not in? Why are there no charges?
I don't know. So
wait, how long ago is this?
So this was, I think it was like 4 years ago is when it happened.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Mex's you guys fucking camera froze because I minimize shit. I hate myself.
God damn it.
I'm the worst.
You froze me and Biscuit at the exact same point. Both of our mouths are just open.
Yep, there we go. We're good.
So here's what I was gonna say. Who released the allegations? Was it one of the victims?
It was one of the victims. Yes.
So why did they not call the cops?
Yeah.
Why did they not? If they're underage, why didn't they not tell their parents? I don't. What was going on here?
So yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know exactly what happened with why no cops were involved in this or not involved in this now, doing an investigation. Because sending nudes to a minor
is illegal.
That's a crime. We're not talking about like
Twitch, like POS or something. We're talking about a crime.
We're talking about an actual crime that actually affected people.
Yep.
Yeah. So like, what is going on?
Bro, I don't know.
So like, it's just so much shit is happening on the internet at once. Like it's hard to process all of it, right? You got
involved from cop sources. What are you talking about? We know that. We're asking why.
Yeah, we're asking why are there no cops
involved? Why are there no cops involved? This is completely illegal.
Yeah. Like you kind of past saying sorry when you sent a picture of your dick to somebody you know. Now hold on. If he did not know at the time, is a different story.
I'm pretty sure
if he didn't know they were minors, okay, maybe. If they lied,
I'm serious. If he didn't know and they were trying to pass it off like they were an adult, then it's not necessarily his fault.
Yeah,
but if he clearly knew,
I believe that he was 24. Ace. Is how old he was.
I want to know if he knew if they were minors or if they lied or if anything like that. If they did, that's a little bit of leeway. But if he knew,
no, here's the thing: he's not denying anything. He's just saying, "Yeah, I did it. I'll take full responsibility for it."
Yeah, I know that, but I still want to know. Yeah, but I still want to know if they lied because, like, from looking from his perspective, if he thinks these people are adult, whoever they are, if they're adults. And he sends this, and then he realizes, oh, wait, they lied. This is a minor.
Yeah.
I have some sympathy for him, because he made an honest mistake. But if he did this knowing they were minors, bruh, just arrest him.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I feel like that needs to be investigated further because it's crazy that he's just gonna admit to it and it's just gonna happen. And now he's gonna be like, I'm just working on myself now. I'm gonna be better. I know I sent nudes to this 14-year-old, but I'm gonna be better. I promise. Like that doesn't solve anything.
No.
You know.
Yeah.
Just because you feel bad in retrospect doesn't mean you shouldn't be held accountable for what you did.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's still a crime. There's a lot of things surrounding it, but you know, once it comes out, I don't understand why cops are not called. Like I said, unless it was a situation where the parents saw it, right, and they were said, "Why'd you say you were 23 when you were 13?" You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a different story. If that's the case, then maybe the parents don't want to press charges because then the kid looks like a douche.
Yeah.
So I get that.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, Ace says, I think Mini Lad is innocent, and he's not innocent.
No, he said, I mean Mini Lad is innocent. I wouldn't expect that. I think the wording there is weird, but he's just saying he wouldn't expect Mini Lad to be innocent in that situation.
Yeah.
With how he's responding to it and saying he's taking full responsibility for it. He's basically admitting that.
I thought he was
2020 is strange. I agree with that one. It gets stranger every day. The world we fucking live in.
It just keeps getting worse and worse, man.
You guys see that meme? You guys see that meme where it's like, I'm convinced that time travel is real?
Yeah. Yes, I have.
The result of somebody continually coming back and trying to.
That's why the killer hornets disappeared.
Yeah, they're trying to fix it, but every time they make a change, something else happens, and they're like, "Fuck!"
It's like there's one movie like where the person's meant to die, and every time they try and stop it, oh no, Lost. It's Lost.
Yeah.
And Lost, where the one lady is meant to die, and every time they keep stopping it, it's just gonna keep happening again and again, and they can't save her forever. Like, yeah, that's what 2020 feels like. Like, you know, the
Final
first.
Destination.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, coronavirus stops. Oh, we got killer hornet. Coronavirus starts slowing down. It doesn't stop. But coronavirus starts slowing down. Oh, we got killer hornets. Killer hornets are gone. Oh, we got the riots.
Riots
right
in
now.
the street,
Riots in the streets, destroying shit. Right? Like, World War III is coming.
Corona's back again.
And now Corona's coming back for round 2. Like,
I don't know, man.
All right. Well, real quick, bets. What's happening next? What's our schedule for July?
Aliens, please.
Aliens.
There was also that meme when
Shane really came after my foot fetish.
When Corona started, there's that meme where it's like time traveler comes back from 50 years in the future.
Yep.
Oh, you haven't even seen the worst of it.
No.
I thought COVID-19 was worse. No, you haven't seen COVID-20 yet. That makes me zombies.
Have you guys heard about the zombie deer disease? Speaking of that.
No.
Where it's this disease that afflicts deer and cattle and a bunch of other animals, right? And when they get it, it doesn't bring them back from the dead, obviously. But what it does is it will start making them like grossly like lose weight to where they're like frail, right? And then they'll start becoming more aggressive and attacking people or not people, but like other animals and shit, right?
Really?
Yeah, it's really weird. And apparently, there's actual research studies going on to see if if it can affect humans in any way, which sounds like the start of a fucking outbreak of a zombie virus to me.
All right, the technical term is
it's like
chronic wasting disease.
Yeah.
And what it does is it's a prion disease. Blah blah blah. It's a brain disorder characterized by tiny holes in the brain resembling a sponge appearance.
Yep.
So they dissolve their brains, basically, and they become...
Yeah, that's fucking creepy, dude.
Yeah, Ace, what you're talking about is actually a parasite that I've heard of, where the parasite takes control of the person, and it actually causes them to become super aggressive.
Danny, I've heard of that for years. I know.
Prion diseases come from eating your own kind. No, Zero. It's not like mad cow disease. It's actually like a virus that afflicts people, I believe, right? It's a virus, or is it...
it's transmissible, yeah. So it's a virus. Yeah. It's like some type of viral infection.
It's a viral infection, so it's not like it doesn't start from cannibal being a cannibal.
They're scared that it can come from human transfer due to hunting deer and eating. Yeah.
Yep.
Venison is yum. So yeah.
Wait.
I don't know, man. 2020.
What it sounds like is they're gonna do the research in the lab. Somebody's gonna get it in the lab. Somebody's gonna escape. And then it's going to spread, and then everybody's going to be zombies, and then we're going to have to fucking fight our way out of this shit.
Yep. That's why I want to live in the mountains. That's the last place that'll ever afflict is the mountains.
Yeah.
Biscuit, come here, man. We're in the mountains.
Us, bro.
Yeah.
Get down there.
Fuck that.
There is a fungal infectious fungus that for insects. So, The Last of Us for insects. Here we are.
Yep. Yeah. It happens. Yeah, it's a fungal infection for insects that cause that same kind of thing.
Does that disease include creating massive amounts of lesbians?
Speaking of the cordyceps thing, right? So the entire first story of The Last of Us, right? As much as it is an amazing game, it's a great story. I recommend you play the first one, not the second one. But as much of a great story as that is, it all gets disproved by the fact that you cannot create a vaccine for a fungal infection because vaccines cure viruses.
Yes.
Yes.
You cannot get it. You cannot cure a fungal infection because that's a bacterial infection. The only way to cure that would be to directly attack the fungal infection cells versus attacking like a virus. It boosts your immune system to be prepared to fight that virus. An infection, the immune system's not fighting that. What you got to do is directly attack it. So like if you get the flu or whatever, you get some. I don't know if flu is a virus. I don't fucking know enough about this shit. If you get a bacterial disease, right? You take antibiotics, and those antibiotics attack directly the disease and not you.
Yeah.
So
actually, the antibiotics attack all bacteria.
So there's no way to prevent because a vaccine is a prevention. There's no way to prevent a bacterial disease, right?
Yep.
There's only things you can do after you get it.
Yeah, fungal disease, you mean?
Well, fungal or bacterial, same kind of difference.
But you said there's no way to prevent against a bacterial disease until you get it.
Exactly, same as a fungal. You can't attack it until you have it, right?
Yeah. All right.
So, flu is a virus. It's called influenza. Yeah, I know. I'm stupid.
Oh man, like I said, we're in a fucked up timeline.
Oh yeah, 100%. We're about to be living in The Last of Us.
Deej, there are vaccines for bacterial infections.
Maybe I meant fungal. That's
fungal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my bad.
Yeah.
I'm not the smart. I'm not a doctor.
Yeah.
Okay?
Nobody here is smart.
I'm just a Google doctor. I just look it up.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why
vaccines can prevent bacterial disease. Fungal is not bacteria. Exactly.
Yeah. Exactly. That's.
Danny would know. Danny's a fucking biologist. She would know.
Yes.
Flu is a virus called influenza. Yeah.
I think we spoke on this before, but there are several candidates for fungal vaccines. There are several in testing, so it's possible. Okay. We just don't have any released.
Yeah. Wait.
He's still calling you Max.
just call me Max. It's fine. I'm just gonna change my name on my birth certificate.
Yep.
Good enough.
Oh man.
Is there anything else that you guys wanted to bring up?
No, I think that's it.
We've talked about a lot of stuff. We had an action-packed beginning to this stream.
Yeah, that Angry Joe thing was big.
Yeah, that was a big one. That was something that definitely needed to be talked about. I think that's everything, guys. If you guys all enjoyed the stream, please do hit the like button. Please subscribe. We're going to be doing this every week, Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern. I like saying that because it makes me feel like a radio talk show host, right?
It always makes me feel like the voiceover guy from Nickelodeon because that's what I always used to hear as a kid.
So... that's gonna be everything. I hope you guys enjoyed. Biscuit Max, you guys want to play Gang Beasts after this?
Maybe.
100%. Cool. Make sure you subscribe to Biscuit. He's gonna be streaming with Diva, the Diva Phoenix tomorrow. They're doing COD, I think. I am gonna be uploading more music on my personal channel. Biscuit's also gonna be playing SpongeBob. That game is amazing. So thank you guys for coming to Rye and saying hi. Biscuit, do the honors.
Yeah. We love you guys. We'll see you real soon and. Take care.